Title: Our universe. There are 8 planets. All planets are lined up in a straight row, facing across from one another. Stormi universe is in trouble. The volcano alien trying to destroy every planet. The moons and suns are powerful. Goddesses that rule the planets. Storming and her friend rediscover different worlds. Floating lanterns, floating candles, and floating clocks that have a mind of their own. Water dragons, mermaids, wizards, village in the forest. Covered with green moss and deep vines that climb in bridges. Tree houses that sit throughout tree branches. Planet Shiloh in the forest floats candles, lanterns, and clocks. Mermaids spend their days in waterfalls. The broken down ship meets halfway in the water. The mermaids sing and rejoice each day. Their pets are water dragons and their different colors. Blue, pink, red, yellow, black, brown, gray. The dragons are beautiful. The water dragons play all day. The mushroom homes belong to wizards. Each day the wizards smoke their herbs, casting spells and practicing potions. Giants walk the forest. They are gentle guardians for animals and alien creatures. Protective over plants. Planet Tulu, the sun goddess and moon goddess, live on separate planets but rule all the planets except Earth. The planet is made of gold and silver and filled with rubies. Magical spells whisper through the animals. All are used for good. Whales wear armor and protect the sun goddess. The city is always awake, party that goes on for days. Aliens and magical creatures celebrate different holidays. Battleships fly high in the sky. The sun goddess's crown floats a sliver of sun and spins right in the middle of her crown. Her dress is green and flowy down to her feet. Her hair is braided and blonde. Planet Star, a village lives deep in the woods. Little tree houses that sit way up in the tree tops. More modern village but with a cottage view. Bridges high off the ground lead to restaurants, hotels, and a beautiful view of a lake right in front of the village. To get up to the restaurant, you have to take the floating island steps that float you to the hotel or shops, etc. Children love playing on the bridges. At night, the tree houses and shops light up like Christmas. Planet Stellastar, this planet is farmlands outside a future city that sits on a broken, down seashell. Beautiful. Seashell colors are faded into each other's. The city is like someone carefully spilled paint on the city buildings. Trees that grow out of the side of buildings. Can't get anywhere without spaceships. The other transportation is portals, shortcuts to get around. Planet Tab, low, rocky, dry, and deserted mountains, deep pastured valleys. No one lives here but big fat dragons. They cook their food through magic. Planet Moon, dust, river pools. Grass that covers circles around the river pools. Blossom flowered trees that fill each river pool. Waterfalls that spray mist. The alien moon goddess lives here. Her crown flows a water bubble above her crown. In the middle of crown is the water bubbles that are moons and stars that spin in circles. Her mystic red dress flows. Her hair was blue and short. To see her is a beautiful vision. Planet Sage. There is a tribe that lives here. They grow herbs. There are different kinds. Some are for potions, others for wizards. Some are for giants who don't want to be a giant anymore and love potions. Dead red, there's a volcano and ruled by a nasty alien who wants to find all chosen heroes and destroy them. The alien also wants to destroy our planets, and he has escaped. No one knows where the alien is for now. Chapter 2, Stormi High. My name is Stormi Webster. Now I'll tell you about my mom and dad and how they met. Dad was in the military. Mom was a scientist. She studied plants. They got married in Shiloh, right in front of the waterfall. Everyone came. Giants, wizards, goddesses, mermaids, dragons, and good aliens. The goddesses light up the floating candles and floating lanterns. Hi, my name is Stormi Webster. I will tell you a little bit about myself, about my mom, about my dad, and how they met. Dad was in the military. Mom was a scientist. She studied plants and food, making new food for the astronauts. They got married on Shiloh, right in front of the waterfall. Everyone came: giant, wizard, mermaids, dragons, aliens, goddess of light. Goddess lit the candles, the floating candles, lanterns, and it flooded all around them. The candles, lanterns, and clocks floated around them. Their first kiss led to their wedding kiss, which led to many more. Dad promised her a home. Dad bought the property. Mom planted a magic seed. It instantly grew into a moon and sun cravings tree. It glowed gold. The limbs were stretched out, some limbs touching the ground. It had pink blossoms and a fat tree trunk. Beautiful. Gold dust flowed everywhere. It healed the earth, plants, and animals, all living things. My dad used magic to build a tree house. Their kisses led to their wedding kiss, which leads to many more. Mom loves gardening. Our garden have many plants. Trees, fruit, vegetables. It has magnolia tree, hydrangeas, roses, many flowers, blue roses, fruit, strawberries, blueberries, orange trees, lemon trees, olive trees, apple trees, and watermelon, vegetables, tomatoes, squash, cucumbers, pumpkins. Lettuce, carrots, onions, broccoli, cauliflower, tenders, herbs, chives, rosemary, basil, paprika, dill, different spices. Mom and Dad's tree that's different from all other trees. This tree had carvings of moons and suns all around the tree, and it glows gold with pink flowers on the tree, and gold mist explode everywhere they go. Dust heal the earth, plants, animals, people, aliens. My parents built a tree house through the tree limbs. There is a big door on the front of the tree. When you open the door, first thing you see is the living room hallway that leads to the bedroom, and then you look up and stairs lead to the library. The stairs spiraled up to the library. It smelled like peppermint. Paper scattered, roll maps on the desk, books about leaders who live before our time, books about science, animals, lots of storybooks. Oh yes, there was a kitchen downstairs. The tree was planted on their wedding. It took seconds for it to grow. Mom and Dad knew that they wanted a big family. They are vines that hanging from the tree. Yes, we swing on the vines. Lots of fun, the trees. Our home, my friends are coming today, and we are having a sleepover, and yes, I still live at home with Mom and Dad. None of my sisters want to live at home, just me. I want to live here always. My mom and my dad spend lots of time with us. We celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, Bake Turkey Day, Halloween, crave pumpkins, carved pumpkins, white candles. And put the candles in the pumpkins. We go to carnivals and the fair. The food was so good. We ate big food like marshmallows, deep-fried butter on a stick with caramel and chocolate all over it. Yum. Then there was cherry-filled pastries and burgers, but yes, of course, French fries, so good. Back to my friends. Speak of the angels. They are here, honey. She is crazy, fun, hyper, and she loves bubbles. She likes to speed spaceships, speed spaceship. Pepper, outgoing, loves fashion, and can tell when someone is lying sage like the planet. She loves food and loves animals. Taylor is girly but not gay. He is a blast from the past. Pepper broke down the front door, surprise. Honey left and walking over to the front door. She said, the whole gang here, we love your house. Taylor said, the party can begin. Taylor fixed the door. Sage and Honey handed them. The tools and nails at the door are fixed. Dinner is much needed. We ordered a chicken sandwiches with fries and cookies with drinks, and we drank some potions, and we began to float and burbled bubbles. After the potions wore off, we sat on the roof and watched the sunset. Even after dark, we watched the stars. And moons, there are more than one moon and billions of stars. We wind up climb the tree limbs and vines, collective fruits in the garden. The candles, lanterns, and clocks floated around them. Their first kiss led to their wedding kiss, which led to many more. Dad promised her a home. Dad bought the property. Mom planted a magic seed. It instantly grew into a moon and sun cravings tree. It glowed gold. The limbs were stretched out, some limbs touching the ground. It had pink blossoms and a fat tree trunk. Beautiful, gold dust flowed everywhere. It healed the earth, plants, and animals, all living things. My dad used magic to build a tree house. New chapter the next morning. Breakfast and lots of coffee and tea, donuts, anyone. Taylor, my friends had to go to work, so we said our goodbyes. The military have followed Mom and Dad home, and they talked for a long time. The military women were strong, beautiful, and the military men were muscular and built to help others, but at the same time ready to kick butt. The many women had tattoos of moons and suns. It was their protection. Treehouse. There was a big door on the front of the tree trunk. When you open the door, the first thing you see is the open area, living room, a hallway that leads to the bedrooms. Then floating steps floated to the top of the library. It smelled like peppermints, paper scattered, and rolled maps on the desk, books about leaders before our time. Science, animals, magic, spell books. Heading back down the floating steps is a kitchen, normal kitchen, cottage theme, wooden white cabinets, island in the middle, fresh food on the island, a big black pot cooking on the stove. The tree is now home 17 years later. My mom loves gardening. Here's a list of plants, trees, fruit, vegetables. Our garden is filled with magnolias, hydrangeas, roses, dahlias, and blue roses. Fruits, strawberries, blueberries, orange trees, lemon trees, olive trees, apple trees, and watermelons. Vegetables. Tomatoes, squash, cucumbers, pumpkins, lettuce, carrots, onions, broccoli, cauliflower, herbs, chives, rosemary, basil, paprika, dill, and different spices. Memories. My mom and dad spent lots of time together with us. We celebrated Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Halloween. We craved pumpkins and light candles. We've been to carnivals and the fair. The food was so good. We ate funnel cakes, hot dogs, cheeseburgers, and French fries with cheese on top. My friends are coming over, Mom. I want to get ready. I need to go to the store, said Stormi. My friend's honey, she's crazy, fun, hyper, and she loves bubbles. She likes to speed in spaceships. Pepper is outgoing and loves fashion. Sage. Yes, her name is the same as the planet. She loves food and animals. Taylor, he's girly. He's a blast from the past. He is so sweet. My friends had finally arrived. The party can begin, I'm here, said Taylor. Pepper, Honey, Taylor, and Sage, we were all so happy to see each other. The first thing we should do is practice our potions. Potion 1 makes you float. Potion 2 makes your lips enormous. Potion 3 can create lightning. Only last for a short time, said Sage. We were on top of the roof. Watch the sunset go down. By 9:00 p.m., we started the potions. Sage carried them in her basket. We took Potion 1. Taylor floated first, but it was like he was stuck in mid-air. The rest of us floated in circles. Under the moon gave us light to see. Our sky is like a galaxy. Its shades of colors mixed. From all the potions, bubbles floated around us. We skipped the big lip potion. The last one was the lightning. We drank the potion bottles. And nothing happened. It's no good, said Sage. We were all disappointed. But moving on, the next morning was Sunday. Breakfast: eggs, bacon, grits, biscuits. Yum, my mom knows how to cook. We all had to go to work. Might be a while before we see each other. After work, we should go to Shiloh, said Taylor. Honey looked surprised but had a thought that could get us fired. How about we skip work? Call in sick, said Honey. I need the money. I'm buying some nice clothes next month. I can't afford to get fired, said Sage. Call Stormi and tell her we are going. Don't leave her out. And I'm not driving. We could take Stormi's spaceship, but if not hers, then who? Asked Pepper. They all worry and look at one another. Okay, I'm in, said Taylor. Honey looked relieved. All right, if we do this, then you gotta pay half for the clothes. That's the deal, said Sage. I just got off the phone with Stormi. She's coming. Yay. The whole gang coming. Let's do this. The next thing we knew, we were in space. Can't believe you talked me into flying this piece of crap, said Taylor. Lightning strikes the outside of the spaceship. We made it through the colorful galaxy. We made it to planet Shiloh. We parked the spaceship on the beach and instantly stepped out. We smelled the salty air and the birds were flying. Taylor took a deep breath in and was enjoying the fresh air. The waves were enormous. The sun was out. No one else was around. We all started collecting seashells. There were a lot of broken ones. Sage stood off a little distance. She looked down and realized black ash was falling. Stormi felt cold and worried. Pepper screamed and ran. They all looked up and saw the alien. He wore a robe and held a crystal ball, waving his hand around the crystal ball, and spoke a different language. Stormi, I offer you life. Join me to defeat those who want to harm you. The goddesses plot against us and we must prepare for war. Taylor laughed and broke the silence. Why do you think our Stormi is gonna join you? I mean, she's normal. She has no superpowers. Stormi was scared of the offer but stood strong. I won't join you. I believe the goddesses are good and are part of our protection. They would never harm us, said Stormi. The alien grew mad. His ashes spread everywhere on the beach and water spouts spun. There were so many of them. The waves were angry. Just then the goddesses flew above the alien, using their magic to toss the alien. The ocean became a clear glass and was clear water. A A pink reflection filled the water. The goddesses' crowns glowed, their suns and moons multiplied. The earth stood peacefully. The goddesses slowly restored the beach to normal. The moons and suns circled the alien, leaving him blind. He said a spell and disappeared. The waves turned back to normal. Taylor looked at his hands, wishing for some superpowers. Taylor asked, "How did you do that?" A girl with long black hair. She wore a black dress and was barefooted. On the right side of her chest is a small pocket watch. It looked as if it was surgically put there. A tall cyborg dressed in uniform, a black suit and a top hat, walked alongside her. There was a nutting human about the cyborg. Like a memory, they slowly diminished. Taylor rubbed his eyes. "Did you see that? That's crazy." "I want to get out of here," said Taylor. "I'm not sure if we should stay," said Honey. Pepper looked confused. "Maybe they're ghosts, or something to do with time," said Sage. Stormi grew angry. She started yelling at her friends, confused after she acted out. "I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me." The goddesses looked at each other calmly. They wrapped their arms around Stormi, one goddess on each side of Stormi. "We can explain the transformation you're about to go through. It can be frightening, and if you're not strong enough to choose good or bad, on Earth. They're called schizophrenic, but here because magic exists. We're not scared. You will soon have a crown and rule. Learn to protect against villains, where you can start by visiting the deep forest. There are crystal balls that show us our future or explain our dreams. Your powers will be shown in one crystal ball. The alien could try to collect these crystal balls, but no worry, he can't do anything with them." Stormi teared up. Uncertain of the future, they hugged her. Her friends stood by, watching a tear stream down her cheek. Her friends ran over to her and hugged her. Group hug. "We came to the wizards." Stormi sat on a mushroom. She looked pale. The wizard spoke softly to a flower. Amdently, the flower opened. It sparkled. It was a big purple flower with gold dust flowing from the middle. The wizard gave Stormi the flower. Stormi smiled. The plants were whispering to Stormi. The tree had a breeze blowing through the leaves. Green forest surrounded them. A bridge up high was old, but green vines and moss grew on the bridge. The big mushrooms were as big as a house. The wizard lived in the mushrooms. They float on clouds and smoke herbs or do potions. Practice making spells. Stormi looked around. It was gorgeous. The waterfall was huge. The water dragons swam around the mermaids. They could fly too. They flew in and out of the waterfall. The mermaids were teasing the wizards. They were flirting. "Whatever floats your boat," thought Stormi. She tilted her head to the side, confused. The clock talked among themselves. They roamed free. Candles and lanterns float through the forest. It is a sight to see. Stormi saw a water dragon all along. She walked up to it slowly. The dragon panted like a puppy, so happy to see her. Stormi was amazed. We said our goodbyes to dragons, mermaids, and wizards. We were on our way to Ruster. We arrived at the hotel that was built around the trees. A lot of boardwalks lead to restaurants, stores, and a hotel. It had a beautiful sunset view. Stormi and Pepper stood on the bridge, looking out to the lake. The lake sparkled like diamonds. "We have to go to Tabo. I must get a wand that can defeat the alien," said Stormi. "Get some sleep tonight," said Pepper. The next day, Taylor wasn't agreeing to Tabo. "I'm not gonna be part of the food chain," said Taylor. The next thing Taylor knew, he is in the spaceship and on their way to Tabo. Stormi was nervous but ready to ask the dragons for help. They had arrived at Tabo and the dragons were huge, and Stormi ran up to the dragons with no fear. Asking them for help, the dragons talked among themselves. Stormi listened carefully. One of the dragons explained to Stormi about wands. "You don't need a wand. If you become a goddess, you have powers. Practice makes perfect. You can do this," said the dragon. Stormi asked, "What kind of magic or powers do I have?" "Your gift is lightning. I sense your powers. Hold out your hands and whisper your magic." Stormi holds out her hands. Light burst out her palms. Lightning strikes to the sky. "Oh boy," the boy said. "Taylor, there you found your magic," said the other dragon. "Wow," said Honey. Her friends were amazed. "Stormi, you'll get your crown soon," said the dragon. We said goodbye to the dragons. Back on the spaceship. We are on our way to Sage. It was a bumpy landing. The tribe was expecting us. They welcomed us with open arms. The tribe woman handed them boxes of herbs, and gave them advice on how to defeat their enemies. They had a beautiful garden, filled with herbs and flowers, plants that could eat us. They make the food and sell it all over to different planets. The wizards love their herbs. They had these big trees that had a craving for the moons and suns. The trunk of the tree glowed blue. The pink blossoms filled the branches. The tribe spoke spells. The tree opened up. There was a library inside, lots of books. The alien walked out of the library. Most of the tribe scattered. The tribe woman didn't know he would come here. The alien shedding his ashes all over the planet. The sky turned black. Stormi strikes at the alien with lightning, knocked him off his feet. The alien took his crystal ball and started casting spells. Stormi strikes lightning from her hands again towards the alien. It weakened the alien. Stormi's crown appeared over Stormi's head. A storm is spined in circles in the middle of the crown. Stormi whispered her magic within her. Lightning flowed lightly around her, bright light coming out of her hands. Lightning strikes the alien. The alien's skin starts melting away. His eyes turned red and then he demolished. The tribe rejoiced. The sky was a clear blue sunny day. Stormi had defeated her first villain 5 months later. Stormi looks for other heroes and ones that have special gifts. The tribe had given Stormi a mission. There was one girl from Earth who had magic powers like Stormi, which is rare, and a special robot that went on a mission to defeat an evil alien queen. Stormi read the information on Naya and her friend Luna. Stormi's mission begins. Luna and friends. Luna, it's about a robot whose mission is to destroy an evil alien queen that wants to destroy all planets, including Earth. Her mission is to save all life and planets. Along the way, Luna meets a girl who is special. Her name is Naya. Naya likes to make robots and she can hear plants' music and heard their whispers. Naya's friends are Tom the computer nerd, Randall, Paige, Sadie, and Gwen. They all want to help Luna return to her planet. Hi, my name is Naya Red Hank. Let me tell you a little about me. Love robots, cyborgs, and dinosaurs. I'm 16. School is a jungle. I have a bookshelf of robots. Their names are Clementine Luna in 243, 57,711, which is number for one of my robots. The shop, my dad has a workshop in the backyard. He lets me build little robots. I collect metal scraps, screws, and wires. Music and their whispers, I can hear plants, trees, and flowers, not sure if it's a curse or a gift. It was cute. When I was little but 16 now, and it worries my parents, I've been diagnosed with schizophrenia. I get a shot every 6 months. I want to be cured. Something I guess I got to live with forever. My parents are zoologists. They love animals and we have a few pets in our home, but because my parents travel, no one's home, and I stay at my Aunt Dee Dee house when my parents are gone. My aunt has a dog, sweetest dog. Friends, Tom the computer nerd, Randall the tough guy, Sadie a nutcase, but has a good heart. Gwen loves to shop, and is beautiful and courageous. Paige, sweet, and into loving all animals and plants. The woods, Tom's van was filled with computers and tape recorders. He from time to time spies on the government, and NASA the computer picked up signals. The line on the screen was going crazy, and the recorder plays music but an unearthly noise. NASA picked up the same signals from space. It blew out their equipment. The lights flashed on and off. And the computer's administrator of NASA made a phone call to the president of the USA, the staff waiting on orders on what to do next. The administrator hanged up the phone and said, "Prepare for war." Tom's computer blew out. "I guess that's it," said Gwen. "Let's get out of here," requested Paige. "Just come back in the van, Sadie." "Tom's got this under control," said Randall. Sadie is suspicious of storms. She watched the wind blow above the trees, uncertain what could happen. Tom started gathering up the equipment. "Everyone stay and help me pack up. We've got to go home, and I've got other computers that work if you want to come back out tonight with me. Be my guest," said Tom. The spaceship, everyone chose their seats and buckled up. Rock music played in the background. "Not my taste of music," yelled Naya. We left the woods and, somewhat relieved, the road stretched forward. It looked never-ending. Suddenly, there was an explosion of fire. Then, sure enough, Tom came to complete stop. Military helicopters and tanks blocked the road just out of nowhere. The tanks ran through the fence. Our van was right across the field. We could see everything in the sky. Few spaceships aiming guns towards the military. It was war biggest spaceship lands in the middle of the field. A beautiful and undescribable woman stepped out. She wore a crown on her head covered in blood. In the middle of her crown was of black sun that spins in circles. Her teeth were sharp, and when her mouth opened to growl. She jumped on one of the robots and dismembered it. Her beast came beside her to fight. Her alien guards came out shooting. Fight went on. The robot is trying to defeat the woman and her crew. A beast jumped on our van, and we all started screaming the American soldiers were winning, and the woman ran back in her spaceship and took off but left behind her beast and crew. They were left to die. Tom forwarded the gas and slammed into a helicopter that was crashed in front of us. The van made it through. He speed as fast as he could, the beast clawing at the windshield, and it jumped off. Tom looked into the side mirror for just a second. His attention back on the road. A teen girl walking across the road and limping. Tom slammed on the brakes and the headlights shine bright on her. Tom and Randall got slowly out of the van and asked her, "Do you need help?" They start moving slowly towards her, and the girls in the van watched closely. The teen girl fell to the ground. Tom and Randall ran to her. Randall picked her up and put her in the back with the girls in the van. Paige took her scarf off and dipped it with her water bottle and wiped the girl's face. Tom said, "Just don't talk about it right now, let's try to get to the house." Randall was shooken up. We made it to Tom's home. Tom carries the teen to the basement. Then into the guest room, and there was a living room, the couch with stripes, old TV set with bunny ears. We all got pillows and sat on the couch trying to find news on TV. Wasn't working very well. It came through an hour later. We talked about what we have seen. We fell asleep. Waffles. Paige was in the kitchen cooking up waffles with strawberries and add some whipped cream. We woke up to the smell. It smells delicious. Everyone was upstairs eating. Tom mentions about going to Disney World. I threw up on the teacup ride. It was horrible. Makes me wonder what Wonderland is. Might be little heaven. Then what kind of place is Neverland? It's the best place to live. You never ever have to grow up. Who wouldn't want to be there? Then, is there Wi-Fi in either Wonderland or Neverland? I mean, neither place has computers or technology. For real, could you stay there forever? Naya answers, "I could, but I tell Peter Pan to hold on. I got to get my phone." Naya laughed. "You need pixie dust and happy thoughts," said Paige. "What if you feel stuck there?" "Yes, I could see myself there. My childhood was all about treehouse. Riding bikes and eating sand from sandboxes." "What is Neverland?" asked Paige. "It's a star," said Naya. "Second star on the right and straight on to morning." Gwen sings the song. Tom show everyone sitting at the table a map on his computer of constellations. "See, just fly to the right," Tom said. "No, you get lost," Randall said. Paige says there no proof. They all sit and wonder. The teen girl woke up and have blue hair down to her waist and wore a uniform of military, but not from Earth. The TV was interesting to her. She turned it on, but not sure if she did it right. She touched the antennas and opened her mouth, and different sounds and language burst from her mouth. Naya came down and saw the teen. "If you're hungry, there's breakfast upstairs." She tilted her head and answered with a nod. Sadie and Gwen looked at each other. When she broke the silence, "Want to talk about it? We could have died. The military or police is probably looking for us." The teen girl was eating quietly. Naya asked the girl what her name was. "Number 117,257,811. Naya's eyes grew big. "You're not from Earth." "I want to pick an easier name for you," Naya said. "Blue, since her hair is blue," said Sadie. Jade said Paige. "Goofy," said Randall. Tom said Donald's. "No, none of those, but how about Luna?" said Naya. "Luna, would you like more waffles?" Luna had a mouthful and said yes. Then she said, "Thank you." Luna eyes grew big, right in front of everyone, a mist of a universe, suns and moons, planets of a different world, right above the kitchen table. Tom was excited. He smiled so big. "Yes, there's proof," finally, all amazed by what they see. "What and where is Wonderland?" Paige asked. Tom and Randall threw their heads backwards and rolled their eyes. They both started to explain. "It a world underground. I'm guessing they have to go through the rabbit hole." "But why not a gate or secret door? Why fall to Wonderland?" said Paige. Everyone continued eating, and they sat in deep conversations, talking among themselves. "There is proof of aliens and UFOs. I don't ever want to relive what we experienced, what we saw last night. Star Wars or Star Trek? Which world would you live in? They paused for a second. Naya answered both. Tom said both too. Randall said Star Wars. Gwen said neither. Unless they're a shopping mall or good, delicious food. One more question. Jedi or Sith? Which would you choose? Tom and Randall say Sith. Tom laughs an evil laugh. Tom says, so I can steal your soul. I be a princess, said Gwen. Paige answers undecided. Naya speaks which she picks and the reason behind it all. I would be a Sith because I go bad first. Just to learn the dark side secrets. Then my friends would have to rescue me. I turn bad first, then turn good. Then become a Jedi. But so far anyone who takes that path. They die later, the girls want to go shopping for Luna. You need shoes, clothes, makeup, said Gwen. Naya noticed Luna's arm. The skin was falling off, wires and screws for poking out of her arm. They asked, what are you? Naya said, don't worry about it. Naya gathers some tools that was in Tom's shed. Naya started working on Luna. She's half human and robot. Naya smiled and said, this is awesome. She's not from here. Naya fixed Luna and wanted her to join the gang tonight. We're going to the beach. Gwen and Paige got some clothes for Luna. Luna stood in front of mirrors for hours trying to figure out what to wear tonight. Finally, Gwen chose a red dress and sandals. Luna looked amazing. Tom was smitten by Luna. Randall was with his longtime girlfriend. He was proposing to her under the moon on the beach. Dinner, we ordered all kinds of fancy foods at the restaurant. Right outside was a breathtaking view of the ocean. The sunset was dancing on top of the ocean, shine like gold. Luna, Paige, Tom and Niar were all getting to know Luna in such a short time. The beach later that night, it was about 9:30 p.m., the waves crashing, and the seagulls flying over us, the sand beneath my toes. Stars and moon glow bright in the sky. Luna walked to the ocean, feeling the ocean splash on her. Tom watched Luna closely. She looked beautiful tonight. Luna floated upward to the sky. Her body glowed green and pink. Green tattooed leaves climbed up her body and her arms and face. Clear orbs surrounding her. Beautiful sight. Tom caught her in midair. Naya helped Tom put Luna in the car. Tom, I know Professor Zielinski. He might know what to do. Naya knocked on the door. I don't want any vacuums, and who could just be at this hour? Please go away. The Professor Zielinski said. Naya said, I have a robot and she's flashing. I need help. Professor Zielinski looked at Luna. What's wrong? He said, oh no. What's wrong? Ask Naya. And Tom explained everything to the professor. Take a seat. And let me explain to you now, said the professor. Luna is not from Earth. They are robots programmed to fight off evil aliens, anything that could be a threat. She was just recently made. She's weak and hungry. They eat more than humans, and they need special charger to charge. He was reading a report from the spaceship info, and she was followed by evil aliens. She is after an evil queen. Luna and the alien queen are powerful. Don't try to get in between them. Let Luna destroy the alien queen. Luna is in danger. The professor said, excuse me, must take this call. Naya and Tom nodded. Flashback the morning before shopping. Luna was cooking a big meal, the second breakfast: turkey, ham, beans, chocolate, cake, apple pies. Death by chocolate. Mashed potatoes, barbecue ribs. Luna ate a lot. Tom said, I'm going to miss her. Naya said, yes, me too. A man in uniform came in with special agents, and they carry Luna into the SUV. One man told Naya to look past the stars and moon. There's a whole another universe out there, Nia cried, and couldn't believe she was losing a friend. 2 weeks later, I stared at the clock. 2:30. I biked over to Tom's. He brought more government equipment and computers. He's trying to contact more aliens and robots. Randall and Tom like to mess with the astronauts in space. There's a movie playing tonight downtown on a rooftop. You want to go with me? Naya asked Tom. Just to hang with us. Tom answered, heck yeah. Rooftop, a speaker starts speaking about the film, and whole of a sudden a blast of fire. The screen smoked up in flames, everyone scattered, and I thought to myself, not again. High in the sky was the evil alien queen growling, floating towards another building. The beast jumped off the boarding ramp of the spaceship. There was 2-1 jumped at Tom and me. Tom grabs a mop, trying to make it go away. I had a vision. A voice is telling me to look in deep and release the power within. I heard the plants and flowers whisper. I held my palms out, gold dust surrounding me flowing from my hands and body. Naya the voice called out. A crown sat above Naya's head, and a moon and a sun glowed within the crown. Roots climbed out from my palms and closed tightly around the beast and the evil alien queen. In my thoughts I focused, and when my eyes opened Luna held my hands, and we sealed the evil aliens and evil queen and the beast with wither away. The tree's roots didn't disappear. The tree grew on top of the roof. With marking of suns and moons on the tree's trunk, the tree stood firm and doesn't look like it's going anywhere. Luna, what am I? Asked Niar. Your gift is of our universe, which is far away from here. Your powers are from our planet. Universe is different. You are all welcome. Tom threw the mop aside and hugged me, and Luna, Gwen, Paige, Randall, and Sadie joined the hug. 7 months later, Naya, Tom, Gwen, Paige, Sadie were walking down the sidewalk. Naya said, when we get to the store, we'll buy some stuff for spaghetti. It's a beautiful spring day, excuse me, excuse me. 2 women ran up to them. I'm looking for Luna. We are on a mission to find her. I'll introduce myself. I'm Stormi, and that is Alice. Do you know where we can find her? All 6 of us answer at the same time, yes we do. Moonlight shine on your path, let's light shine bright on your path. Way the stars bring smiles of warmth. May the fireflies light and glow in your dreams, the candle that burns the way down to the end. Write your stories with such little light, hurry and blow the candles light out. Your smile melts my darkness away. What a view I have when smile, shy expression. I love you with all my heart, yours truly. Title: Dragon's Secret. This story is about a dragon who falls from the sky onto an old man's magical ship. And the dragon turns into a human. The old man and his wife grow a close bond with the dragon girl named Rain. There is a cliff, and below, across from the cliff, is a waterfall. In between is a house that belongs to an old couple. Their names are Ava and Hodge. The backyard is full of fresh vegetables. His wife likes to spend time in her garden. The attic, and the husband stays most of his time in his attic. A small railroad goes all the way around the ceiling, and a train that rides along the tracks all day. His pets, the flying squirrels, love to go for a ride. In the middle of the attic is a floating big clock. He likes to work with herbs and make medicine. The attic windows, but the best part is the ceiling windows open up to clear blue skies, or some days it's cloudy and rainy days. Hodge calls for his wife over the message comm. He pressed the button. Do you want to dance? Hodge asked. She answered yes. The fresh air blew through the attic. The big window in the ceiling opened. Hodge put on sweet music and held out his hand to take hers. They began to dance. They floated up through the window, towards the clouds. Hodge and Ava saw a big ship fly by. They floated down to the attic. Ava was sad. Hodge asked her what's wrong. Ava answered and said, I've wasted so many years, I couldn't give you children. Now I love you and expect nothing in return. We could adopt, said Hodge. She shook her head and smiled sadly. The next day, Hodge was on his way to the next town. Lightning strikes the pink and purple sky. He heard a thump. The ship was flying through the sky. A small dragon fell on his ship. She popped up and smiled big at him. The dragon transformed into a teenage girl. He was surprised. Hodge said softly, Don't eat me, please. The girl said in a strange electronic voice, My name is Rain, don't be scared. Sometimes we can transform. What your name? My name is Hodge. I don't eat people, creatures, or aliens. Doesn't taste so good. I like fruit and veggies. Hodge and the girl talked all the way to the village and all the way back home. Hodge thought for a moment and remembered what Ava said. She wanted a child. Hodge smiled big. He told Rain to hang on tight. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. She climbed the ropes and swinged in circles around the ship. Hodge and Rain returned home. Rain saw children playing in the waterfall. Rain joined. She splashed the water everywhere. Hodge told Rain to come meet Ava, Rain dripping wet and cold. The weather was warm. Ava was cooking dinner and realized a teenager, wet and cold. Ava immediately grabbed a towel and wrapped around the girl. Ava looked at Hodge. Explain. Hodge explained everything. Ava was full delight. She and Rain got along great. They ate supper. And Rain helped clean up dinner. It was calf liver, white rice, and pea salad, buttered rolls. Yummy. Shower, then bedtime. Breakfast, pancakes and bacon, lots of syrup. Ava and Rain talked among themselves. Hodge interrupted. I got going to town. You two need anything. Ava's smile weakened Hodge. Even till today, Ava thought for a moment. I think today me and Rain will take the car. We're going to the library, yay, said Rain, the library looking through the openings between the books. A boy smiled at her. Rain smiled back. My name's John, my name's Rain. John stood there with a hand full of books. He showed her one book and said, this one's my favorite. It's about the military and the aliens attack. Course there's a romance, but all in all it's a good book, said John. I don't read often, but I do love to. Rain asked what's up towards stairs. John realized quick this is her first time here. That up there is the coffee shop. I'll buy if you're thirsty. It's all coffee. Rain never had coffee before. The two headed up the stairs. We could have took the elevator, but a little exercise never hurts, John said and smiled. John handed Rain her coffee. They took their first slip. She fell in love with coffee and felling head over heels and for John. They left the library, adventured out in the town. The way we travel is in bubbles. We stepped in a bubble and floated to the top of the building, where a garden grew and a small crowd of people gathered together for a party. We took a train to the beach. The sunset was setting, and John and Rain chased each other and danced barefooted. The ocean waves rolled into one after the other. The ocean clear blue-green. Rain collected seashells and some starfishes. Rain realized it was getting late. John took her to her home. Rain and John hair blew in the breeze. Ava opened the front door, realizing Rain had a friend. And she was upset, but those feelings withered away when she saw Rain was in love. Hodge spoke in a deep voice, but before he could finish, Ava told to hold on. John introduced himself, and Rain pranced around happy next couple weeks. Rain and John were together every wakening moment. Ava and Hodge danced in the attic. Magic lifting them up parrots danced around them. Hodge and Ava sat on the clouds watching the sunset, and the parrots fly in and out of the clouds. Rain joined this time. Ava clapped her hands, and a table appeared and chairs the table and chairs sat on the clouds. Tea popped and appeared on the table. Treats like cookies and cakes with tea and coffee appeared on the table. Rain treated herself. So good. Yummy. Music played in the background, and the sun went down, and the moon kissed our faces with welcoming light. Stars twinkled bright. Love filled the air. Colors of pink, blue, gold sprinkled through the sky. It was a wonderful night. The magical ships sailed through the sky. Rainheart was in love with kisses of rain dew. This is what love feels like. Green and blue burst of joy. Rain and John sat on the edge of the cliff that looked over their house. John held his hand out. Will you dance with me? Rain jumped up. Excited, her first dance with a boy. The band pulled out their instruments and played their songs. Romantic song. Rain and John looked confused. They asked where the band come from. John's eyes locked with Rain's eyes, and he slipped a mood ring on Rain's finger. He bowed down and took her hand. Will you make me the happiest man alive and be my bride? Rain clapped her hand over her mouth. She jumped up and down. Rain said yes and always and forever. It's only been the summer, and fall has arrived. Colder months has settled. Rain was so happy and told Ava. Ava told her congratulations. Ava called Hodge over the phone. Hodge looked surprised. His voice sounded worried. He told Ava, I've got to talk to you. Rain didn't come from an orphanage. Ava said, what you mean? Hodge explained to Ava about the truth of everything. Ava dropped the phone. She looked at Rain. Ava didn't want to destroy the dreams of the young lovers. Rain and John kissed and said goodbye. Hodge came home. Ava, Hodge, and Rain looked at each other. Hodge looked at Rain and said, your father is here. Rain's father walked in. He was handsome. And he was the king of the dragons, which means Rain is a princess. The king spoke as if he was mad. I've been trying to find you. You will return with me. No reason to make a scene. Humans don't matter to me. You are a princess. And to be wed of the dragon prince. Rain rebelled against this discussion. Rain argued with her dad for hours. Hodge and Ava were scared. The dragons are known to burn their dinner before feasting. They didn't know what to do for Rain. Rain's mom rushed in. The queen dragon. She said stop. She does not have to marry a dragon. Her father stormed off. The queen dragon changed herself into dragon form. Rain hopped on her back. She looked at Hodge and Ava and spoke softly. We will be right back. I must let her choose her own path. The queen dragon flew into a cave, and there was a box that looked very old. There was a compass. It grew fast and big. The description on it was north and south. Both had a beautiful diamonds of dragon figures. West, east, south, north were seasons. As she walked over the north dragon, it snowed on her. East was leaves fall on her. West, fire. South, was raining and lightning over her. The dragon told Rain to turn the compass clockwise. Her skin glowed and her bones popped. She became human. Her father that day disowned her. Her mother loved her so much. She helped set her free. There was bells singing on a sunny day. Fall leaves had turned color. And a wedding happening right now. Haja and Ava and many others danced under the umbrellas. The waterfall glistened, and the children played. The band played the instruments. The attic will be alive many years to come. John and Rain danced on their wedding day and lived happily ever after. 2 years later, Rain was in the attic, spraying the plants. John chased little Sunshine, their daughter with the biggest bright smiles, with giggles that last forever. Sunshine jumped into Rain's arms, and John embraced Rain and Sunshine. John, Rain, and Sunshine floated to tea and snack time. The squirrels jumped on the clock and watched them float through the attic's window. Chapter 1 Sun and Moon Dance of Romance. When learning about space, you can delve into topics like the solar system. I'm making up my own solar system, and everything in the story universe is made up. I hope you enjoy. I understand what I read about our universe, but to tell it in a story and make up the names is not easy. I have fun and drive myself insane. Have to keep it short and sweet. I find all kinds of science fun. I admire scientists. When I researched all this, I need lots of help and understanding of our solar system. I tried my best to make up a different world, one half of a universe. Be honest and let me know what you think. This is to explain the world building. Our universe, or call it space. Our planet's solar leaf, green planet, blue Nexito planet, red, Nor planet, dwarf low, Phi planet, sun, beam planet, moon planet, filled with more pink moons that cry glitter. Yes, there's Earth, but never go among Earth. Osmic phenomena. Rubia. A rubia is a cloud of gas and dust in space that can be the birthplace of stars. How are rubia formed? From clouds of cold gas and dust. They can also form from the remains of dying stars. They can form from the debris of supernova explosions. Supernovae, the original star, is either destroyed or collapses into a neutron star or black hole. The material that's exploded away from the star is called a supernova remnant. Observing supernovas are often seen in other galaxies, but are difficult to see in our own Milky Way galaxy because dust blocks our view. Space exploration. Spacecraft design and operation. Each spacecraft is fit for all species: aliens, humans, and Ents. Space missions past, present, future. The planet's military protect the planets and the universe of space. Their spacecrafts has developed over the generations. Stars, Diamond Star, Neverland Star galaxies, Leonui galaxies, made of a bird of dust made into an orange and white cloud of dust. Amorua galaxies, moonlight give night strength and naked to the eye, green and blue dust, and are 2 rays of light that spin among stars, light years away. Discovery by aliens from light years away. Evernaw galaxies also made of stars and dust. Rainbow clouds of dust. Beautiful sight to see. Black holes will suck you up. Planetary science. Our princess, sun of love, and moon of tears have to learn about planetary science. Planetary science is the study of planets, moons, asteroids, comets, and other celestial bodies in our solar system. It also includes the study of how these bodies formed and interact. The term death moon explanation, the full moon at midnight, is also known as the father's clock's moon. Other names for this moon are death moon. A full moon that appears when the moon is closest to a planet is when it is larger in view. Planets, moons, asteroids, comets, stars, Diamond Star, Neverland Star galaxies, Leonui galaxies. Made of a burst of dust made into an orange and white cloud of dust. Amorua galaxies, moonlight give night strength and naked to the eye, green and blue dust, and are 2 rays of light that spin among stars, light years away. Discovery by aliens from light years away. Evernaw galaxies also made of stars and dust. Rainbow clouds of dust. Beautiful sight to see black holes will suck you up spacecrafts and the effects of space travel on the human body. In space, bones weaken and become more brittle because of microgravity. This is called atrophy. Very cold. The average temperature of space is around 2.7 Kelvin, which is equivalent to approximately 454.8 degrees Fahrenheit, 270.45 degrees Celsius. Chapter 2, Introducing the Sun of Love. Luna checking her view screen. Watching the universe, and she spotted two people, witnessing a love that is born, as love has awakened between two lovers. Sun of Love wears gold dresses, wears crowns that simple made of suns of the universe. The power that is bright gold. The universe gives off energy of source to survive. The planets, stars, constellations, moons don't hide their source of energy. And powers, true love is rare. I have been invited to an Ent festival. Great food and lots of different beings, humans, aliens, and so many more. Umbrellas dance in the rain, surrounded by green tree Ents. Flowered tree Ents fall hard in love, tall ringled wood that curves each Ent tree's arms and legs, their bark strong. They blow the path of winds to bring refreshment of a cool breeze. Butterflies come to my call. Sun of Love is my name, my skin light whitish pink, my hair short, white curls, green lips, glitter on my cheeks, red heel shoes. My dress today played blue. Yes, I'm a princess. I'm different in ways. I love to read, paint, acre once in a while. In our universe, swords or weapons are used for protection. I am helpless. Fighting is a skill. Do I have tried very hard to learn how to do it? I am just not good at it yet. I'm not that hardcore princess that can defeat giants and monsters. My power is energized by the sun, although I wish for other powers. The greatest power of all, so I desire to behold, is true love. When true love crosses my path, I don't want miss that great love, here in space. On a planet or spaceship, I dream of me in the rain, my powers unable to save my true love. And our hands hanging on to eventually letting go the dreams end the same every time. Will true love ever find me? I loved with 1,000 lit candles, still wandering earth for a passionate true love. Each raindrop is a heart that lived on earth. Love is rare. If you found true love's first kiss, never let him or her go. What a sad life without true love. Moon protectors on a spacecraft, in the middle of space. Flying through space, on a spaceship. Darkness only had a few flickering lights that were stars that stayed inside the universe. The moon protectors are clothed with white and gold robes, and they make the moon stay in place. There are more than one blue globes of moons that floats. They protect space. Our universe is full of life. Watching two spiral lights circle around each other, the two lights crash into one another, and beautiful burst of colors spread out. The beginning of new life, a slow growth of a planet. Chapter 3, Introducing the Moon of White Tears. I'm Moon of Tears. Sadness and depressing mood swings I have had lately. The moon made of white dust, and a kingdom sits on the moon. The glow of the moon lightens the night. Space storms occur, making it hard to travel from one end of space to another. My dreams of sunshine days, and to find true love so gorgeous that love could melt my cold, wet tears from my face. A prince feeling the responsibilities are heavy, and must take a bride. How I miss the days of my passionate youth. No worries in those days. I want nothing more than to escape, but this being a prince of misery. True love is far distance, with one burning love's candle. Burning two hearts desires to melt in the midnight's rain of tears. Let it refresh me every night's dream. May I find true love's warm kisses and glitters of sunshine to say good morning every greenish blessings of hope. I feel blue is beautiful. Green is enchanting, and true love is the brightest color of all. Let all colors shine at midnight's charming Coco's father's clocks. Luna, a robot, feels her very first heartbeat, and she watched them dance into human form. She discovered this too. What a sad lullaby. A storm apprises. Can Luna really love? She cares for many aliens and humans. Luna loved to watch them, and she will one day try to understand her feelings. For now, Luna is working on a case. Chapter 1, Libraries are made from Luna, Tom, Randall, Sadie, Gwen, and Paige on another mission. A planet hidden in space. Rue taking many photos. Willow excited to travel to so many different places. Luna pointed books that were inside cave. The white doves flew right above. Randall was amazed. I wish my wife could see this. Quen hoping from one rock to another. Paige talking to Neva. Your inner self might be explained through this books. Maybe Luna can explain to you why you are part fox. Stormi stood at the exit of the cave. She saw so many books. It is a library of ancient books. Luna spoke loud. Do not take anything. You can read the books. Beware. Our world filled with books that give life meaning on our planet. Each big book floats. Morning dew touches each waking bugs and creatures. Ladybugs that shake their wings, saying good morning. All books begin new life. Their first breath. Magic floated and mountains slowly emerge from the book's page. Music notes slowly rise off the page. The books in our world slowly create each living thing. A tree with purple leaves. The trunk roots circle around the trunk. Blue glow shines through the roots. A small village that reaches throughout the mountains. Each house lit up at night. Libraries spread out throughout the world. Libraries rise from pages written from music notes. A land filled with green pastures. Water drops float for a while before falling. Trees that grew from small valley, and trees that was filled with life. Houses that were built in trees. Clear glass balls floated around freely. In the middle of the planet floated compasses. Each compass filled pink magnolias. Clear compass. Pocket watches that are frozen in time, memories locked away in snowflakes. Magical pirate ships arrive at the shipyard in the sky. Clouds out looking in long distance. Inside the libraries, the ceiling opened view of a painted 3 Earths and moons floating. Thewi's galaxy above. Purple haze floating around and through the books of mysterious music notes. What my palace would be made of if I had my own palace. The halls will have pink blossom trees, all lined up through the hallway. Mist of fog floating through the halls. Tree branches as the rooftops with his branches and leaves reaching towards the middle of the rooms. The ballroom is filled with pink blossom trees. The tree trunks are made of white oak. A river flows through the ballroom. Fog of mist fills the ballroom, the balcony that overlooks the garden. The walls are white with pink roses. The library made us beautiful cottages curled into tree branches. The top of the trees are green and beautiful. Different paths that lead to different ways to the cottages of libraries signs to help you find your stories that you want to read about books that can lead you on quest of different adventures. Planets that float throughout the library as orbs. Chapter 2, the clockwork music box machines are easy to make for Bella. Music boxes and books scattered all around. Dried herbs and flowers spread out on her table. A young redhead, age 35. Single, blue-shaded glasses, she wore bug-green eyes. Brown jacket that was bigger than her. Mysteries of memories float vibes of goodness, in love with machines, and each wheel that circles around inside the music box has purpose, and the notes repeat each time it plays. All music is love. Each music note is colors that spill on pages, a feeling of floating high in the sky. Luna introduces herself to Bella, Bella ecstatic. To meet Luna, Naya right by her side, as the young Bella created a special music box. Bella gave 2 to Luna and Naya. This will comfort you. May all your friendships be shared with others. Chapter 3, ink pen that creates life. Life is written from ink. Clear glass globes hang from trees. Gold sparkled lights shine through each one. A few cities made of glass-rounded buildings. Flying air pirate ships. Hot air balloons that fly slowly above the cities. Homes of cubes built by rivers of the cities. Gold glass castles sparkle with reflection. Luna, Naya, Hodge, Ava, Rain, and John. Riding in a hot air ballon, discovering the new lands below. Hodge remembers his first time flying. Luna loves her new she has met along the way, Rain young and hyper, John beside her. Naya asked Rain and bought dragons. For Naya has never seen a dragon. She was so happy to finally meet Rain. Rain jumps from the hot air balloon, falling down. She transformed in mid-air and fling back to the hot air balloon, but as a pink fire-breathing dragon. Naya and the rest of them watched Rain fly free through the sky. Rain danced and soared through the clouds. Rain returned to the hot air balloon, right next to the hot air balloon basket. Rain said hop on, Naya sitting on Rain. Remember, Rain is in dragon form. Naya so worried at first. But the wind introduced her to views below, seeing mountains and lands of fresh green below, Hodge and Ava smiling, knowing how precious their daughter is. Hodge and Ava had adopted Rain years back. Everyone finally landed. Rain returning to human form. Naya hugged Rain. Rain and John left the group to head home. Stormi, Pepper, Sage, and Taylor were next in line. Luna introduced all Stormi's friends to Hodge and Ava. Hodge told all they are always welcome to their home. He mentioned it is a house next a tall cliff. Water fall a part of the cliff. Luna, am so happy finally meet you. A warrior that I have heard of you. Ava smiled at Luna and all her old and new friends. Ava and Hodge hugged each one of them. Hodge and Ava said, we will keep you in our thoughts. Goodbye for now. Luna before she had meet all of them. She trained to fight off aliens. Alien goddess was a bad one. Luna's love for humanity is a laze in her mind and heart. Luna a soldier, in the king's army. She has enjoyed today. In the back of her conscience, Chapter 4 Tea Masters and Herbalist Tea Masters and Herbalists Notes. Strawberry green loose tea blueberry, divine loose tea stink, blossom loose tea, pineapple syrupy loose tea adventures, raspberry blueberry loose. Tea blackberry bubbles loose tea medical herbalist masters medicine herbs and cooking herbs and spices. Bella's mom is very sick. Cancer has weakened her. Bella is looking for bloodroot. It's a herb that is for cancer treatment. Aloe vera for burns, acai berries, rich in vitamins, filled with antioxidants and helps the heart and brain. Acid reflux, Bella deals with it often. She avoids eating sometimes. Best remedies is herbal teas. Peppermint, berries, licorice. Lemongrass teas. Tea Masters Company Farm and Herbalists Masters Farm are enemies, but they learn to join together for Bella's mom, wanting to find a cure for cancer. Their flying restaurants are the size of a boat, flying in the sky. Above the farmlands and floating islands. Tea Master's name, Dragon Tears Herbalist's master name, Amla Dragon and Amla, how they met. In school, Dragon is prideful of his accomplishments and boasts a lot, but has a heart. Stubborn, Amla. Is very competitive and sneaky. Does like being first place at her schoolwork. Names of herb plants: mint, fennel, ginger, garlic, basil, chives, rosemary, lemongrass, carom, turmeric, gooseberry. Naya and Stormi contain their adventures. They both a curious. Naya asked the tea master to make her a drink. A special tea. Tea master brewed rosses and strawberries loose tea. They sat in a floating restaurant. They sat stools. But the tea master and Alma were curious about them. For they heard of both of them. Strang and Korska, they have the tea master proclaimed. Alma the herbalist gave them some gooseberries. Naya was all ears in to hear about how they met. Stormi was drinking her tea but listening. Alma explained that her and the tea master were enemies to lovers when they were in training. They played chess and constantly fighting one another. It took both sides of their families to break them apart. When we grew older, we stopped fighting, but we disagreed so much. We may never pick ourselves to be right. I still can beat him in chess. Tea master slammed the teapot down. Alma and the tea master arguing, throwing dishes at one another. Naya and Stormi walked away quietly. There may never be peace between them, Naya said. Stormi spoke of them. Love makes you crazy. They turned back around and two were back in love. Apologies to each other. The tea master proclaimed his heart to her. Alma returned her love to him. Alma and the tea master recognized the girls leaving. They asked the girls to return. The girls said, we are good. They quickly walked faster. Naya pulled out her map and discovered the next adventure. Chapter 5 Peter and Alice dreams of a lasting, never-ending dream. Alice described, a world beyond our world, I've seen with my own eyes. If one lost his marbles, where to find them? Peter mentioned. Alice looked at the red mushrooms, pink with white dots. She swallowed it down like candy. She jumped off the ship. Admittedly, she grew the size of a giant, taking in the gorgeous view, a sunrise welcoming all of them. Alice and Peter dressed up like pirates, ships following behind them. Alice and Peter Crow, they lifted their swords in honor of the clocks ticking reminders. A gold clock that sits on a floating island, a pink blossom tree. Its leaves shed its beauty, like a woman dancing in the breeze. Some say she appears only for her true love. Prince Charming and Cinderella on one of the other ships. Prince Charming glanced a pink blossom flow by, and the blossom floated in his palm. He gently put the flowers in Cinderella's hair, though they not dressed as you usually see them, husband and wife going on many adventures. Prince Charming wore a steampunk pirate's uniform. Cinderella dressed in woman's pirate uniform. Snow White wearing a red and yellowish dress, colors of the sun, black hair and red lips that were bright like strawberries or cherries. Snow's husband stayed behind, ruling the kingdom. Luna lead the gold clockwork ships, made of wheels all throughout the ships. Naya and Stormi, ready, set, go, Luna leading to battle, castle ahead, and prepared to fight, crow, and fly. Peter and Alice jumped and flew to the castle where Sleeping Beauty was waiting for them. A dark prince, holding Sleeping Beauty. Dark Prince wore blue, he wanted Luna. Luna broke through the glass French doors. And the Dark Prince was wanting the maps that Naya had. He knew if he found Luna, then he could have all maps. One map is a pirate's guide to follow the stars. Love can conquer all. Luna punched the Dark Prince. He fell backwards. He forced himself to steady. He was out of his mind. Luna did not know why he wanted the maps. Blue Kingdom was always at war. Dark Prince used his inner magic and shocks Peter and Alice. Naya stretched her hands forward. And the roots spread towards the Dark Prince. He blocked the roots, and every leaf and roots burned up to ash. His heart was full of darkness. Peter and Luna hold onto a sword. Together they used the lightning element. Lighting strikes the Dark Prince. The White Queen blue-pink blossoms at the Dark Prince, and he instantly fell to sleep. Beast sleeps for now, said Sleeping Beauty. The darkness left him. I don't trust him. No one could explain the darkness. Luna has fought the darkness many times. Seems most evil aliens can contain it, but eventually they destroy themselves. The prince stood up, shaking. Luna helped him up. He said many voices spoke 1,000 whispers. Some are warning me and others say horrible things. I am sorry, lunatics, I can forgive myself. I am sorry, old friends. He became ghost-like, and he withered away. Love was not always kind to him. He died not knowing love or forgiveness. We all are here for a little while. That day, we all realized the darkness was spreading. Luna asked Naya for the maps. Luna hid her friends by a river outside the Green Kingdom. Peter said, we are not safe no matter where we go. Alice. Naya and Stormi hugged Luna. They had just gotten to know her very well. You all will have to change your names and stay hidden. I will look out for each one of you. I must find the darkness leader. All of us are at the mercy of great dragons. They would know how to defeat the darkness. They all yelled at the same time, we love you, Luna. I now have to find the gold dragon Nova. Stormi realized that there are many heroes. Nova is new one. Stormi smiled. Peter gave Luna a goodbye gift. He gave her a kiss. Thimble slew Peter, given another kiss to Wendy. That is another adventure to be told. The narrator puts her glass calligraphy pen down, and she smiles. City of Dreams, magical city, where there are dancing ballerinas, a forest in a ballroom, a pink blossom tree that roots that dig deep in the ballroom floor. Dancing mums join the dance. A rare reddish and pink bird fades into a woman. Her coat is red with pink bubbles that swim down the middle of her coat. She and the hummingbird see favor over the ballerina. Hummingbirds also turns into a human. Her dress is black with simmering water drops of dew. Her feathered wings cover her arms. Her eyebrows covered with green and blue makeup. Her eyes are sharp-looking. Her tail feathers run down the back of the dress. At midnight, ballerinas dance in completion to have favor from the full moon. It'll turn pink like the dress the ballerinas wear. Then the stairs of lemons open to the moon. The ballerina has to pick lemons from the lemon trees, then make pink lemonade. It is sour but delicious. As I closed the book, I went asleep. Alexandria the ballerina, alarm goes off, reads bright green numbers 6 o'clock as I stumbled to the kitchen and pressed the coffee maker. I hit the button, coffee turns on, it finishes. I put a record on, Australian music. Little bit pop rock, waking my daughter up. Rise and shine, wake up, we both using our toothbrush in hand, messy red hair. Alexandria singing on the top of her lungs. We lived in a small beach house. It was hippie old-fashioned home. Lots of plants everywhere. Dancing to Australian music, At the age of 30, being the oldest out of all sisters, my little ballerina, single mom of one child, my little girl the age of 7. This motherhood of this journey has had its triumph and long nights of fevers and vomit. The joy of being a mom is a fabulous. No, I'm not a size 3 but now I'm a 12. Still I have a heart of a lion. And the motherhood from the perfect mom. But a never giving up mom? Let today is a special day. Mom coming in a hot air balloon. It is our 3 generations that are in existence now. My love for my daughter is an everlasting eternity love. Our universe has guided me to this point. Thank goodness to the universe, many moons and suns to come. Years have fly by fast. Memories of birth of my child and holidays I cherish so much, I'll always remember. My memory isn't sharp, I feel old. Did I mention my daughter was born on my birthday? She is precious. Mommy, Anestia. I dropped my toothbrush in the sink. We started dancing. She giggled all morning and singing along to Australian music. I'm a piano teacher. Both of us dressed and rushing. I'm late for work. She's going over to her grandma's. Grandma is a hippie. She has long hair, dresses like she's a hippie, young at heart. We drive up to Grandma's. Grandma greets Anestia. They hugged each other so tight, I bought you new sketchbooks and paint, as Anestia smiled so big. Surprised and smiling from ear to ear, my student greets me, optimistic, big smiles with those glow in the dark. You can see his big braces in the dark. I enter into the room which was Victorian beauty. The piano was gorgeous. All of a sudden there was an earthquake. I lead my student to the doorway. Things were falling off of shelves. I pushed him into the doorway. I didn't make it. The beam fell on my legs. My head hit the floor. I passed out. Alexandria, a voice calling me. I didn't recognize the voice, it was 2 women. I woke up under a very pink blossom tree, green valleys that lead to nowhere. 2 gorgeous women greeted me. I stood up. Oh, crap, I'm dead. Is this Wonderland? Ladies answered, no, you're not dead. 2 of the women speaking to one another. About castles. If I lived in a castle, my castle would look like pink blossom trees that grow down the hallway. The ballroom would be gold ceilings and gold walls, while mirrors appear inside the gold walls, flowers with moss that grows wild by a river. A river that grows from beneath the tree roots. The language of trees that we just whisper through the air. And you could see the words as it flows through the ballroom. My bedroom would be a big giant tree in the middle of the room, while its branches grew wild on the ceiling and green tree leaves would just blow throughout the room because the French doors would be open and the fresh air coming inside. The library would be of trees everywhere, while there are stairs and floors that lead to each library. Each tree has its own library. And it has windows inside the trees, in the room that you can go and sit, where there are tables and lots of coffee that you can drink along while you read your books and imagine your own imagination. No one knows more than you. No one knows the real you except your first spirit. Some of us are granted to look beyond our imagination and unlock different worlds. Someone lives their whole lives, and we never see those worlds, will never experience them. They will never step into that world, but we can dream. The sky, blue and clear like you could just flow all through the clouds by a breeze that gently whispers to those branches ancient words that are written on each leaf. Ancient words that are written on each tree. Ancient words even written in the mushrooms. Their ancient words are written for only those who can speak those ancient words in those ancient language. It is for queens and kings and princesses and warriors, and so many, who are chosen to lead our universe. There is one among us that was choose in many moons and something ago, and that one will be named Luna. They're clear water beings. They're flowers and leaves of different seasons inside them enjoying the water. They were see-through, and some were a clear spring water trees. Fish and flowers floated in and out of the trees. I saw a piano covered with roots. It was old. The woman commanded the roots to back off. The roots did shrink backwards. I played the piano. The keys were smooth. The song came from my heart. Its melody melted the ice that froze the outside of the piano. The keys slowly warmed up. Their world came to life. Green grass and green moss spread like water. My fingers slipped away from the keys. Somehow I was in a pink ballerina dress. Music kept playing on its own. The music moved my soul. I came alive. I kept dancing. The two ladies were so happy. Midnight came, the moon shined pink, and the stairs were clear and bright. Lemon trees on each step. The birds branched in the tree limbs, watching me be chosen by the moon, just like in the story. I read this so many times. I picked lemons off of the trees, so excited. Suddenly I felt punch in my chest. I woke up. I was in an ambulance. In the hospital room, Iris Stedning was broken. 4 months later, I bought a piano and a pink blossom tree and put in the garden. Me and Anastia danced at midnight. Whenever there's a full moon, we celebrate. The ladybug queen, they say, if a butterfly lands on your nose, you are one with nature. Anastia chases butterflies, for their wings are pure gold dust, so don't give up on dreams. High above in the mountains lived a young woman, and she is in love with nature. Only way off the mountain is to ride a phoenix. They are brave. They're steps of clouds that lead up through the sky. To the library, books everywhere. It's so enchanting. Alexandria has pure heart and has a dogs that love her. Ladybugs find her. Pictures on the wall move, and the ladies in the photo share lots advice with the nature girl. The house is built among the Rocky Mountains. The pink blossom trees hang over cliffs. The waterfalls go straight down the mossy rocks. It's Anastia and Alexandria's birthday today. She went to her garden. She wanted to dry out herbs. Usually she hang it up from the ceiling. She used her magic to create some dresses. A checkered yellow and black dress came in vision. Said this is the dress. When she was a baby, Alexandria was born albino, even though her looks are fair and beautiful. She has green eyes and white hairs that are wavy. Below the mountains is a river. Ships travel through, past her house. Her sister arrived on a phoenix, a bag full of goodies. Her mom arrived in a hot air balloon. Ladybugs flew all around the air balloon. Welcome home, love always, Mom. Neva Rue, a 5-year-old who's a college student who is trying to make a living in photography, is always on the lookout for the 8-tailed fox. If she could just prove the fox exists, Nevi, the 8-tailed fox, has to remember who she is. Gain strength to defeat the beast and save Rue. Rue is a traveler. She takes photos for a living. She patient for the right time to catch the photo for the lifetime. She slept on a cliff with a cave behind her, by her luck. Nutting was living in there. She laid there under the moon and stars, amazed by how much light they gave off. Next morning, she was out of food. Time to go back to town. She put her sunglasses on, took a deep breath, started her car up, and was on her way home. Rue's goal every year ever since she was 16 was to find an 8-tailed fox, and it's time to see her friends. Rue knocked on the door that was apartment 412. The door opened. Everyone jumped up and yelled surprised. Everyone congratulated Rue. They all smiled and lifted glasses of wine. Then the crowd disappeared into their own conversations. Her friends one by one hugged Rue very tightly. "I've missed you," said Willow. "Glad you're back," said Olive. "Aren't you afraid of bears and camping in the open?" asked Olive. "Welcome back, Rue, love you, girl," said Simone. Piper started singing to Rue. Rue tried to stop him. The rest of the crowd joined in and started singing. Rue stood embarrassed. "What are you wearing? One day I'm gonna take you shopping and buy you new clothes. I prefer heels," said June. Gave Rue a big part on her back. Rue just smiled. "Now remember our once-a-year vacation. I choose Ireland." Rue got everyone's attention. "I choose London." Everyone agreed that it's a beautiful place, but they all back out, so we can find 8-tailed fox. "Yay," said Rue. "It doesn't exist," said June. Zoe and Willow looked at each other. "If you want," said Willow. "We'll help you find the said Zoyer 8-tailed fox again," they agreed and said at the same time. "I want to go on air balloons," said June. Piper and Simone both looked at each other and said there's a statue in front of Rare Temple. "Maybe you'll find something there. Long as we take a RV camper, I'll be okay," said Olive. They drove the RV camper to the temple. Simone and Piper started playing guitars. We lure the creature out. June and Zoe reached for flashlights and a map. A light shined throughout the temple. Willow and Olive were standing in the temple steps, and they all heard a noise. A young woman stepped out of the temple and was in a blue dress. She seemed dehydrated and hungry. She fell down the steps. Rue ran up to the girl, trying to pick her up. Her face was dirty, and legs were covered in mud. Rue recognized she wore a necklace, which had her name printed on it. Navi, let's get her to the hospital. On the way, a creature stopped in front of the vehicle, and it growled, then ran off. I couldn't believe my eyes. A beast. Just keep driving and get out of here, said Piper. Rue pulled up to her house and said, let's see if we can help her. I have medical kit, and Olive is a nurse. Can you help her? Asked Rue. I think she different. Not sure where she came from. Yes, I'll bandage her up and she needs a shower. And new clothes. Her friends unpacked the RV. So much for camping, said Simone. Navi woke up and started sniffing us and sniffing around the house. I'm gonna ask you a few questions, Rue said. Nevaeh. Rue said slowly. Navi stopped and had full attention to Rue. The girl jumped on 4 paws and landed behind the couch. Navi's ears popped out and her 8 tail popped out. She's not human, said Olive. Olive, Willow, and June scaled. Navi had a big interest in the fishbowl. No, don't eat the fish, please. First, wow, you're a 8-tail fox. This so amazing, said Rue. Neva ran outside, sniffing the air. Willow stepped right in front of Navi. Listen, we'll help you, but Navi growled, then jumped over Willow. Willow ducked and screamed. Navi attacked the beast. The beast was huge and had 2 horns, sharp teeth. The beast growled back, attacking the 8-tail fox. The beast threw Navi and then the beast ran off. Navi was hurt bad, limping back to the house. Rue, Willow, June, Olive, Zoe watched her helplessly fight. Neva spoke in a child's voice. Rue didn't know how old she was. Navi, a grown woman, just has a small voice. Navi's head held high and growled and shooting fire from her hands. Navi passed out, feeling as though she had failed. They carried Navi back inside. Let her rest, said Simone. I don't know what she is, but she is extraordinary, said Rue. We can't take her to the hospital. They'll Baker act her. Or the government or secret service could take her, said Olive. A woman knocked on our door. Rue opened the door and said, yes, can I help you? Join me to destroy the 8-tail fox. You don't know what she's capable of. She's dangerous. My mission is to find her. The old woman described Navi, wasn't sure what she was saying. Rue looked like she had stared into space. Willow realized was trying to put a spell on Rue. Willow and Olive grabbed Rue away from the front door. Navi woke up. First, before anyone says anything, she needs a bath. Zoe made a bubble bath for Navi, and Navi knew to take a bath. Thank goodness, said Zoe. Piper, what was that woman? Asked Olive. Navi was all done with her bath while Simone cooked a dinner. Steak, mashed potatoes, and corn on the cob. Everyone was looking forward to a good meal. What can defeat the beast? Portals, Piper said. What? Asked Rue. Portals transfer into different worlds. Send the beast through a portal that leads to the desert. It'll dry them up like prunes, and they'll die out there from starvation and hydration. The beast stays in the forest for food and water. Maybe that'll defeat the beast, said Simon. Then break the portal so it can't come back, said June. Navi pigged out on dinner, although it was served late. We all were tired, left the kitchen a mess. Last of our worries. We all thought it'd be best to stay together. Some of us slept on the floor and with the lights on. The next day we went to a buffet for breakfast, looking for the beast. No luck yet. Rue saw some woods far off. She followed the path. In the very best of the woods was a portal. Her friends were too far away to tell them the good news. She went through the portal. First thing she saw was some robots. She asked to fight on her behalf. They agreed. Robot 1 and 2 followed the young Rue. Rue gave an odd look and said, I should be following you robots. Back at the field. Simon's computer was trying to detect a portal nearby. Willow noticed a damaged robot walking towards them saying, Rue friends. The robot handed Simon his chip and fell to the ground in pieces. All her friends were freaking out. Piper told Simone to put the chip in the laptop. The video showed Rue being airlifted and spined around in water bubbles. Rue couldn't breathe. The other robot was torn to pieces by the beast. They let the other robot return to them with a message for her friends. There was water coming out of Rue's mouth, nose, ears. Rue had drowned. Rue's body laid there lifeless. Her friends were terrified, but we can't leave her there, said June. Navi fire blew from her mouth and hands, catching the woods on fire. The phone line's poles cracked in half. Navi sensed the portal. Her friends followed behind her. The spider spined her webs around Navi. Navi broke through. The beast stood on 2 legs, roaring at Navi. Navi attacked the beast. Fire grew big from her hands and mouth. Fire scourged the beast. The beast became blind. Navi threw them into another portal which led to the desert. The beast stayed there forever. Portal closed. Navi destroyed the portal so they can never come back. Navi found Ru's body and breathed fire into Ru's lungs. Ru will never age or die. Ru puked up water. Her friends rejoiced and amazed that Ru was alive. Her friends cried. Navi stood in the field Ru friends were babysitting. Kids were blowing bubbles. Ru looked at Navi. "What's wrong, Navi?" asked Ru. "I have to go back to my home." "I can't stay," said Navi. "I love all of you and will miss you." "I'm gonna miss you," Ru hugged Navi and said thank you for saving my life. "There's something I have to tell you, Ru," said Navi. Shoot said Ru was in shock when Navi told her she would never die or age. Ru turned around. Watching the children and friends play, bubbles floating through the air, wind blew lightly on her face. Ru turned back around and Navi was gone, a whisper in the wind, "Until we meet again," said Navi. Chapter 1, Red Queen's daughter a king given no choice. But to hid his daughter, a servant leaves the baby at the circus. A performer named Maria take the child in, as her own 5 years later Savannah biologists studying and her own lab. Collecting human hearts and organs that are placed in jars, a secret also for Maria and Savannah, who was Savannah's parents. And will Savannah choose the path of the light or darkness? The clue left for Savannah is a pocket watch that glows in the color blue, with their steampunk outfits and highlighted hair. Black and white stockings and goth boots, they go by the heart of their own drum. A woman walking away from the circus tent, the tent was white and red stripes, leaving behind a basket with a baby girl sleeping. The pocket watch that was in the basket, laying on top of the blanket that covered the sleeping baby, it floated and spun in circles around the basket. The watch fell right in the basket. Two of the acrobats discovered the sleeping baby and they looked around for the mother, but no sign of anyone. "Did we tell the ringmaster?" They brought the baby in the tent. The baby girl's hair was pink, and her eyes purple. The women performers took the baby under her care. The woman Maria loves the baby girl like her. The clowns were in all awe, were happy for Mama. The dancers and hoppers, unisolists, ventriloquists and tightrope walkers stood around Maria. Happy for her. Maria was going to take on a lot. "I will soon be taking my new job in spades. I'll be part of the performing art theater. We all will keep in touch." Everyone gave Maria hugs and kisses on her forehead while saying goodbye. And hello to your new family member. Before leaving, Maria wanted a little food. And the food at the circus was a strong scent: cheeseburgers, French fries, huge bowls of ice cream full of course meals, and blueberry pies, funnel cakes. They left. The children ride on elephants and train the circle around the property. Many took turns riding in the trains. Maria had got her food and now on her way to spades. 5 years later, Helix, stage outlooks, an empty audience, a room built with excitement, a show created by action words. "Tonight we invite our friends to join us in the night of remembrance." And Spades said director. The crew behind the scene was working on the lights, the states blue and red, and then pink. And the car wash rooms were put on the stage. Maria was in her dressing room, lights bulbs that were attached to vanity, the light shine bright. Maria was excited knowing Savannah was coming tonight. Sometimes, Savannah would volunteer for us ring or performing theater musicians, amazed Savannah, and Savannah has no idea about her real mother. Maria opens a little vanity door and gently took out the pocket watch. And Shine Blue, the king and queen of spades, is coming to see her performance. Nervous Maria, but prepared. The glow burned out, not sure where Savannah came from, but it was time to tell her heartland. The Queen of Hearts has been dead for years, and Remus, she never died. And the Queen of Spades want to rule the heartland. The king and Queen of Clovers wants nothing to do with heartland, but the people want a new queen and king. Coral, the land is quiet, the castle is empty. Maria was dressed and red tutu, black and white striped stockings, and a white horse corset that feel her perfectly. Wear golf boots. Maria's hair white with red highlights, long hair onto the middle of her back. The performance, the dancers dance all throughout the stage. They danced around this room and saying there's lines. The castle was rolled out for the next performance. Maria picked up her violin and was next in line. She spotted the king and queen of space. They look forward. Maria's stepped behind the Curtain, and the curtain opened solely. She began to play her song on her violin, and the audience was in trance. Bikini Queen sat up straight listening to the music, like they have woken up from their sleep, and the song had ended with the audience and King Queen applaud call to Maria, the Queen of Spades. Notice the necklace Maria was wearing. The Queen's eyes narrows. Maria smiled. And no science, Savannah, the Queen of Spades, warning Maria, and her dressing room there was a knock. On the door, it opened. Come in. The door opened to the Queen walked in Maria Bell before the Queen, and the Queen gently wrapped her fingers around the necklace. Did you know that Maria explained to the Queens about child that was left in the circus? Erase her. The Queen stopped marrying her eyes. Not good, said the Queen. The child first is the first and only child is king. Between the hearts was evil and her king to her king. And people, the king sent his servant to hide the child, and the king died today. That child disappeared and a queen vanished. She's gone mad. She collected bones in human organs. So far we presume, she said. But that necklace is a favorite magic. The child is powerful. What holds the future? The king's magic was good. He could make potions for anything. Everything can be metal with his mind, control, and telepathic. The Queen of Hearts has no magic. She is beautiful, mean, careless, in the full of darkness. I must meet with Savannah. Since Queen of Spades spoke softly, maybe we can stop Savannah from becoming like her mother. I fear her path is up to Savannah. I can't decide for her. Will she's like path or darkness? There's no cure for destruction. Green to bring Savannah to the Queen of Spades' castle. The Queen of Spade holds hands with Maria, showing the glimpse of Savannah. Choice, choose light. She rule Heartland and still be reaching glorious. But darkness would bring sorrow and destruction. Everyone will suffer. Maria quickly calls Savannah. Hello, I'm sorry. I couldn't make it tonight. Since Savannah, we've been invited to the palace. I need you to come with me. Meet me at the police house tonight. Okay, Mom, I'll be there. Soon the alien Savannah found her car stuck behind a log that was blocking the road. It's only my luck that this happens to me. Savannah starts getting angry, and the log rolled above in midair above her car, dropped way on the other side. Savannah was amazed of herself. She started to freak out. I don't know how it happened, but it's amazing. He started up her car and was just about to drive off when a force put the log back in front of the car. The light shined bright above the log. A spaceship was right above her. Savannah was shaking and freaking out, and she tries to call for help, but no signal. The car was lifted up into the spacecraft. The aliens looked almost human. One answered her through her thoughts. We are Nordic beings. Savannah slapped herself. Wake up, Savannah. Well, when you're done talking to yourself, we'll explain to you what's going on. Savannah paused. Then I'm all done. I need a change of clothes, please. Her front of her pants were wet. She spilled her water on herself. I promise I didn't pee. Savannah's cheeks glowed red. She was embarrassed. Beans were blonde and cat like ice, beautiful to look upon. The palace. Maria was in the throne room with the Queen of Spades. The Queen was growing patient, and something must come up. It's not like her to not show up. The guards rushed through the doors onto the throne room. They said, we are under attack. The Queen of Spades opened the big French doors to the balcony and couldn't believe there were alien spaceships. The Queen of Spades started to laugh. You can't defeat me. I'm stronger than any of you Nordic beings, and the Queen of Spades' laugh was unearthly. The king has arrived. The spaceship boarding deck opened, and the King of Hearts stood strong. He uses magic to tear brick by brick of each part of the castle. Throwing metal at the Queen of Spades, the king created a sandstorm of fire. It burned the Queen of Spades. I never loved you, and my Queen of Hearts will rise again. You Queen of Spades gave us a bad reputation. I'm here now to take your kingdom away from you, and that you suffer the same as we have. The king, a wise wizard with gifts that can save all people. His hair white and long with a beard reaching to the door. The Queen of Spades grabbed a necklace and said, your daughter will follow the Queen of Hearts' same path, and you can't stop me. You're weak. Old King Maria was frightened. Savannah, with her gray hair and purple highlights, steampunk outfit, black boots, and black lipstick, she quickly learned her powers. She lifted the Queen and King of Spades and threw them in the father clock, casting a spell on the little and big hand to erase them from history, and opened a portal. No one knew the password except for Savannah. Over time, she will forget, along with everyone else, like the King and Queen of Spades never existed. Savannah, for the first time, hugged her father, and the aliens cheered, and the Queen of Hearts stepped forward. She smiled and picked up her crown and wore it with pride. No one can take my crown, now it's mine, forever mad forever. Chapter 1 City of Umbrellas. Una sat by the window. Early morning of purple haze of fog greets the early singing birds. Still dark enough that fireflies soar through the mist-purple haze fog. With a cup of tea. Warm steam of a purple glow rising from my tea. For a moment it's peaceful, looking out my window, a view over the city. A sunny day. Wind blows gently through the trees. Leaves dance through the sky. I open my umbrella. A gold dust of little sun floated into my palm. It entered into my palm. Gold shined through my veins, my feet no longer touching the ground. Light of gold shined bright like fire that filled all through and around me. I saw in my vision 2 beautiful girls chosen to save the dying race. Our city is called Ludovine. Scientist in the lab far away, they study hard to try to find a cure for the disease that's taking over the city. People are dying everywhere. Some have heard of the myth of a flower that can heal them, and the search has begun. Our mission begins now. Many plants can communicate with one another, same trees, but she has flowers. All of them have a way to communicate with one another, and mushrooms know how to communicate as well. They ray like little headphones that you put on plants, and you can hear the music they create. It's very different, and if we can figure out what the lyrics to the song is, we would be rich and fortunate. Twins born, separated by birth. 2 beautiful newborn babies. Both girls, both with pink, orange, and red hair. They are treasures. The mother took her last breath and said 2 names. Jaguelin and Crystal. Their aunt and uncle took them in, and raised them 1 year later. This morning, Jaguelin woke up still drowsy, still on medication that I took the night before. I crave for a cup of coffee. I look down watching my coffee. Stirring my coffee, yet there's a galaxy of clouds and stars rising out of my coffee cup. A cat chasing a lizard was my morning entertainment. Stumble to get outside, heading towards the brook. I put my coffee down on the rock, and I stood on the very tip of another rock, falling with arms wide open right into the water with a wide splash. It's just my way to wake my weak muscles and my nerves that just get the best of me. A woman who lives alone there, it's a dangerous woman. I don't know what it's like to going to battle to fight war. I am not sure what I am, but I wait for the universe to tell me so. I don't consider myself fully anything. I am a little bit of something. I love to paint. I love poetry stories. I love to create different world in my stories. Just old and lonely writer. Yet it is my struggles that make me strong and make me learn from my mistakes and let me become who I am today. My past is darkness of fire and smoke. Learn about me, you might get burned. One looking in the brook. Seeing my reflection. My left arm gives birth to vines climbing up my arm. Black flowers blossom. My right arm blossom with pink blossoms. I can be bad or good, depends on my choices in life. We search high and low for a true love. I refuse to get married. We want an adventure, we want a new life, that we have to work so hard for that to be a part of nature. Most women have to get married very young so they'll be taken care of. But I deny to get married. Do we really have to fall into society's damnation? What is it that we have to pick a man to take care of us? Do we wait for Prince Charming to rescue us, or we become warriors ourselves and save ourselves? I lit 2 candles. 3 stacked books. I reached my hand over the tree limbs where the moss had grown among them. I have fought spiritual battles, emotional battles, my pass. Is a cloud a smoked and fire? If you learn about it, you might get burned. A little green dragon companied me. A new friend I have made just now. I fed him a little bit of bread. He didn't seem to care for it so much. I am sure his favorite is probably meat, yet when he gets big and grown I don't think I want to think about what they like to eat. My hair burns like fire. Mystical smoke danced on the water. Purpose I long for. Adventures outside my prison walls. In our city, there are lots of umbrellas hanging upside down through our city. Woodland creatures, they live in the forest. There are umbrellas that hang from the trees, some float throughout the forest. 1 tree house are built tall throughout the trees. 1 tree stands in the middle of all the trees that surround it. The only way to get around to each tree house is to walk on the boardwalk that lead to each tree bridges. In the middle of the boardwalk is a wide opening, and in the very smack in the middle of it stood a tall piece of stum, and on top of the stum was a compass. A large compass with a pink flower inside the pink flower when it opens. There is a clock and it has a moon, a sun, and stars. It'll chime loud. It floats with gold light, floating planets, moon and sun and stars. There are colored candles, at night about 7:30. The wind creatures will light the candles going all the way through the boardwalk. It leads you down each path to get to one treehouse to the other. They hanging little stars that hanging from each tree limb. And they reach all the way down to the ground. Flowers in a field, grasslands that grow knee-high. Flowers that are made of flowers are gold. In the middle of the flower is a rare clock. Dragons are disappearing. Luna picked one of the umbrellas that hanged in the city of umbrellas. The tip of the umbrella holds a key. Each key is designed to unlock the butterfly tree. There she hid gold and diamonds. Luna come to the grassland to make clockwork flowers. Theses will be a cure to City Ludovine. It also called City of Umbrellas. Each umbrella in the city had a key. Only the Gold King's army knew which umbrella hold each key. Some are special. In due time, every goddess may need one. The gold clockwork flowers take time to grow. The chosen will be lead to the grasslands. For now, it is abandoned piece of the world. Luna doesn't know where Crystal and Jacqueline are, but she will one day meet them. Though no one has ever given Luna flowers as romantic, she has witnessed love between two forces of nature, still thinking of the love between a moon and sun, but there's no time for it now. Luna has lived past many moons and suns. She has an innocence about her. Still young, she may live on just to fight against the darkness. 2 crowns given to 2 reddish hair. They are part of the Gold King's kingdom. They are separated and will meet one day. Luna mediated to see them in the future. Luna looks back. She whispers, "Rescue the gold dragon, and with help of friends I have met, and will met new friends. May love grow inside the gold dragon. Her name is Nova. She will defeat the darkness that overcomes the Blue King's kingdom. This is our battle to win victory." Luna flies away 103 ready. Set go. Crystal at a zip line that leads in midair. She wore a red shirt with American flag. Proud of the USA, she slid down the zip line, very fast, enjoying the river below, trees literally below her feet. The wind bracing her face with such delight, reaching the end. They helped her out of the equipment. Her hair burned like fire. Birds chirping. She went hiking down one path, the instructor telling them about woodland creatures and berries that are okay to eat, and those berries that no one can eat. Meanwhile, Luna faced a darkness that took over a blue prince. And she punched the prince in his stomach. He was warning Luna that he'd take over all planets and Earth. Although many have failed their own words towards Luna, Luna poured white herbs and splashed it on him. He shook it off, made mad at Luna. He flew above the clouds. Luna followed the blue prince. She seen his storm of madness, yet he kept throwing spit balls of fire at her. She dodged each flame. He was becoming weak. She struck him with a power sword. He was wounded. His smoke of darkness left him. He said his last words. He withered into blue leaves that floating into ash. Again, she win another fight, but she not sure why the darkness choose him. She knows she loves her friends. This darkness is strong, and she could not bear her friends to become with the darkness. It is a spiritual war among us. We will fight against the storm of pain. Luna seen many became intertwined with the darkness. She will the darkness leader, and she will defeat their leader. Time is everything to Luna. A wooden bridge in the forest, a waterfall beside it, a small empty town with flickering lights, a rush of fog spread all around. A misty cold feel of the waterfalls touched Crystal's skin. A true haunting feel to this place awakened her soul. The instructors carried on, leading the crowd through the spooky forest. Crystal staying close to the crowd, further along the path. There rested a cliff with little fancy home, structured in the cliffs. There were trees hanging for dear life, although they seemed perfectly calm. The lights inside the homes lit bright gold. What a cozy way to live. Who knows what wonderful the home owner's life adventures that could only be spoken in books. For books take you on many adventures, worlds that a dreamer dreams of. For love invites a daredevil dares to take first steps into new adventures. First touch, first kiss, first home to buy. Maybe that's how it all started for them, thought Crystal. On the other side lived a quiet and peaceful group of friends, a treehouse above the cliffs. Waterfalls pour down from all four cliffs. Down to a lake, then to the river, which eventually leads out to sea. Beautiful place to call home. It is summer right now, few women with butterfly wings. Each butterfly lady has to attend to the seasons. A monarch butterfly woman. First lady is Amy. Amy's wings are black outline on the edges of the wings. A tattoo of a monarch buttery on her right eye. Orange and yellow reflect sunlight of her butterfly wings. They need the sun to give them warmth during the summer. Clouds form with teardrops that basically rain for spring. Winter is freezing and rough months to get by. Earth rejoices for each season. Rain it, I'll give new fresh growth plants. Flowers. For her purpose is fall. The second lady Tommy has blue and black wings. She has a blue butterfly tattooed on her right eye, and last lady is Lady Nicole. Her wings are green. They were born from cocoons, just like small butterflies that enter the world. The treehouse has a small enchanting door, and it has a few windows just to look out at the waterfalls in the green moss that grows among the cliffs and trees. Tammy is cooking up a pumpkin soup. At night, as they settle down after dinner time, they'll play a game of cards called spades. Sometimes they will enjoy a game of checkers. The hole inside the treehouse was not huge. It was big enough for the four butterfly ladies. Amy, the adventurous one, we jump from the cliff all the way down to the lake. Late night or early in the morning, the girls would sit in the swing that hang from the tree, a big swing that fit all four of them, watching the sunrise in the mornings. And always, if not raining out, they will sit on the swing to watch the sunset go down. Fireflies shine bright at night, even in the evening, the sun just a little bit before it falls asleep and becomes nighttime. The moon shine bright. And the stars twinkle, away from danger, away from town, and away from war. They grow their own foods, fruit, vegetables, a small little garden behind the treehouse. The fairies fly all over their side of town, never really going out on adventure. Does some of them? Do wonder if they could wander off, yet we study about kingdoms and so many different wars that have been fought. We sleep at night, just never knowing the cost that it takes to fight for your loved ones and for your home and for freedom. Jacqueline and Crystal both has dreams of one another. Crystal became lost on the path, Jacqueline feeling Crystal presence. Both follow separate sides of the river. They walked backwards on the river's steps that lead to either side. They hold their lanterns up at the same time, scared that they are being followed. They bumped into each other, turning around and surprised. Realizing they both looked alike, they hear a wolf howl. Probably the wolf is loving the moonlight. They both see a figure with wings. They saw a butterfly woman. The butterflies flew all around them, clearing the fog. The butterfly woman floated above gracefully, both in peace to see the butterfly. Pink blossoms fall all around the butterfly woman, Crystal and Jacqueline. The butterflies ladies fly to them. They introduce themselves. They are your cousins. Come follow. Crystal and Jacqueline grew butterfly wings. They both were given maps to look after. They never knew how important they would become. On each map would lead you to follow the stars. There is amazing planets in the universe. This maps lead you to them. Both of you are chosen to find the planets. You are favored by the past Gold King's kingdom. Your maps must be given to Luna. She needs Theseus' maps to return to the Gold King. The maps must be hidden. So many knights have failed to find the maps you two have. I don't even know who any of you are. Jacqueline agreed. Who is Luna? Butterfly explained. Luna is a robot with a mighty force of powers. She looks after many souls. Some kingdoms have fallen to the darkness. You will have to be taught your gifts. Amy, Tammy, and Nichol stood by. We can't teach you, although show you many that are written about you. Your mom knew you two would have to learn your gifts. There are many different and a lot of others who don't know their gifts. Luna might awaken your powers. Not everyone can have what you have. Both girls looked scared. Butterfly woman showed a glass liquid gold ball of her inner strength, showing themselves with crowns on their heads. The darkness wants all goddesses. You are also in danger. I'll let Amy, Tammy, and Nichol will contact Luna. Luna has fought wars many moons and suns ago. She is part human. She has felt love. Emotion that most robots don't feel. She loves humans. Jacqueline and Crystal sat at a brook, talking among themselves, and catching up on times of photos of their parents, so shocked to know they are sisters. Amy, Tammy, and Nichol told them the adventures of Luna. We are part of a story. They are greeted by Luna. All stood up fast. They shook hands in greeting each other. Luna floated like a ball rolling around midair. She faced the sisters upside down. Luna waited a long time for Theseus too. They realized screws and wires falling out of Luna's arm. She wasn't bothered by it. The butterfly ladies danced, and Luna landed on the rock near the brook. Luna clapped her hands together. And now training has begun. Crowns appeared on their heads. Crystal gift is poisonous flower. It is called trumpet white flower. The flower appeared in the middle of the crown that sat on top of her head, the crown that sat on Jacqueline's head. In the middle of the crown was a Venus fly trap. The Venus fly grow from the ground. It will devour her enemies. Crystal's flowers also grow fast and tall above the ground. It will paralyze the enemies. The sisters are weapons of war. Luna, being a robot, cannot be affected by their flowers or Venus fly traps. Training, Luna tells both women how to use their gifts. Now stretch your hands forward and focus. Let your mind flow with the inner self. They hear the whispers of warriors before their time. From their imagination comes to life. Their power rises from the ground. Crystal's red Venus trap was pitiful. Luna smiled. You practice until your powers obey your commands. Now focus again. Later, after practicing, the sisters went to a herb shop. There's so many jars of herbalist traditions. They bought many herbs. They want to practice. They want to create medicine. Luna lead them to the grassy lands, where the clockwork flowers were planted. Millions of them. She handed them both umbrellas. At the top of the umbrellas were keys. The sisters with keys in their hands. The flowers were unlocked. It is the cure for the city of Ludovine. The big clock in the middle of the city had stopped. Their powers gave the city of Ludovine life once more. Sunlight danced over the city of umbrellas. The clockwork flower was placed inside the big city's clock. The city's people cheered for the sisters. They are part of the Gold King's kingdom. They were many miles away from home. Luna took them the Golden King. The king and his kingdom celebrated. Both princesses were found. Luna a part of the king army. She has been given many rewards. Luna in military uniform. Luna turned to the princesses and explained to them in due time, I will need you to fight by my side in battle. Until then, continue practicing. For now, let the moonlight lead you home. And goodbye for now. Chapter 1, The Whispers of Dragons in an Ancient Land. There was a time when dragons emerged alongside humans. They are shape-shifters. You never know if you eye-contacted one. A young girl named Nova sits on a step. A path of mossy steps lead below the waterfall. Continuing through the river, each step floats. The young girl focused on trying to locate family, eyes shut. Construction on her deeper thoughts, feeling the past of disappointment. Feeling the present and still trying to connect with her daughter. A wall of appears, seeing a young woman with black hair in a yellow dress on the other side. She hands reach for her. Let it all disappear. Tears slide down her cheeks. Memories of war separates us. Anger and rage, the young girl named Nova sits by herself. A wind unravels her appearance to an older image of self. Her long brown hair rests all the way to her hips. Can it be I am the last of my generation? A war can kill many generations. Magic is all the young Nova has. Memories is all I can think of, for I belong to the river. A water dragon wraps around her neck, very small one. In the woods was Luna watching Nova. Luna had to come alone for this mission. Luna will always watch over Nova. Nova tried to search in her thoughts for family, Nova's daughter and husband. Luna instantly knew Nova's gift. The Blue King and his blue army are always on the march. They do not like Nova. Nova is the last dragon, so many dragons destroyed. Their land taken over. The dragons might be hiding. I'm sure most have fought for their lives and for their family. Luna has been through wars, used to fight evil aliens. But to destroy humans is not what she wants to do. Her love for humanity is strong. Luna has helped each goddess discover themselves. She has to awake their gifts inside them, which is what Luna had done for Naya and Stormi had done without her. Stormi found Luna few chapters later. Now it is Nova she must awake her gift. She focus inside her mind. Lifting a few pink Botswana, agate gemstones, they are gorgeous gemstones, depending on her mood. Colored gemstones change color. Training her teacher appears with an attack, catches Nova off guard. He says with a strong voice, always be on guard. She falls underwater, shooting high out of the water, growling at him. Emotions fill her with numbness. She comes back at him with all strength she has, with bolts of lightning and water elements. Using both elements, her future is uncertain. He sees her sadness but takes no pity. You are placed here to defeat the enemies. She focuses again with roots coming from her and the trees around her to capture him. He chooses to fight her powers, blocking her powers. By fighting rocks that are floating at Nova, she becomes her younger self, the warrior within. The training has began. She fights with all elements, though she is learning but failing. She fights with lightning. It backfires and knocks her down. They traveled to Felix's favorite spot, where you can swim with orange jellyfish. They sat on a boat that was spinning in circles. Jelly flashed gold every 1 second. Floating around Felix and Nova, dressed in her dark blue dress with moons and suns sparkled like diamonds. Nova remembers her first love. A bridge she stood on with Felix. A bridge that leads to 2 sides, below a river that floats down the river. They sat on the bridge with their legs dangling. He was perfect in her sight. And she fell in love after they swinged by strong vines, circling one another, Nova in her teenage form. Fireflies flew around her. Their light glowed, and the moonlight shined bright for their burst of flame love they shared. They stood on the very same mossy stones. Nova waves her hand in the fresh spring night's air, creating a baby sun. Felix stood 1 mossy stone step away from her. He waved his hand and created a water moon. It shined with blue water waves burst out of the moon. They became inseparable. Love was a poem written in their hearts. He gave her a moon. She returned to him a son of flames. Later, after they wed, their daughter was born. For years peace was among them, and blessings was just for their world, until it was destroyed. Ashes flowed in her mind. The terror the war had left her to defend her rights, love, and peace. Her child, coming back to the present. She realizes reality. It's painful and the ache of emotions rushing through her. She hangs on to every memory. She has no clue where Felix and her daughter are. The training stopped for a moment. The teacher left out of her sight. And she sees nothing but smoke dancing on the water. She growls to the wind. The wind carried her growl high above the waterfall. Luna walks towards Nova, and she says with a calm voice, "Don't be scared." Nova recognizes Luna. Nova cold Niti believes she had met Luna. Prescience. Luna is stronger than any dragon or humans and even aliens. Luna been tested for her gifts. Luna has been through many wars, even though Luna won against the evil alien queen. All so many wars have its own story to be told. That is another story. Nova in a young form runs to Luna. Her teacher mad as darkness to see Luna. The teacher struck lightning towards Luna. Luna grabbed Nova and waved her hand over Nova so she could sleep. Luna stood on the floating steps and whispered to the rocks. She circled big heavy rocks to circle around the teacher. The teacher broke through each rock. Luna's skin glowed green and struck a lightning bolt with roots straight through his heart. It killed the teacher instantly. Luna had no time for this. She's not one to mess with. The roots inside the teacher's heart made him dissolve in the air. His body gone and defeated. The roots retreat and return back to Luna. Luna has gone through much practice. She now wears her scars and bruises from so much fighting in battles. She woke Nova. Nova free from the teacher. But there is long adventure ahead. Now Nova and Luna must find Felix and her daughter Moonchild. Luna smiled and said that is a wonderful name for a girl. Nova and Luna packed her belongings. Luna waved her hand and she whispered to the water to bring forth a boat for 2. They took her boat and sailed away. She pulled out her map and compass. They sailed with determination. She still feels the ice from the wall, cold wind blowing from the top of her head. She reached a dock. Tying her boat to the dock, 1 foot after another. Her world was destroyed. She gotta stay strong. She buys vintage maps and a new compass. She bumped into a young sailor. They both said "excuse me" at the same time. Nova was in her younger form. Looking like a kid, two men very tall and strong muscular, they had spotted her. They were shape-shifters. They could see her scales. She hasn't been to this town in so long. The town has strict laws against shape-shifters. And dear if there's a dragon in sight, the sailor noticed the men. He ran up to Nova and Luna, starting to start a conversation. He said too at 4 o'clock. Danger. Nova was worried. Sailor lead away from danger. He was traveling with the military. They offered her a ride. Nova explained to the sailor about her family. Luna, she could repair our land. It is mystical, full of life. Slowing taken over by the Blue King, he is all wrong for our kingdom. His army is like a chessboard, the blue versus green, the green king is alive. I feel he is trapped. Nova explained the best she could. By the way, my name is Adam. Nova smiled. Happy to meet a new friend. Luna shook his hand. For some time it was Nova and the river, with a teacher only wanting to use her for war. Now to trust this gentleman. He might be able to find my family, the Green King, defeat the Blue King and his blue army. The sailor asked, why do you wear a sand dollar? I said it doesn't cost anything. It's been in my family for years, in remembrance. My name is Nova, all aboard. As the ship's bell rang, Nova still in young form. Grabbed her bags and followed Adam on board. Evie and Willow also in the military. Both stopped for Adam, giggling young woman. They smiled big smiles at me. I smiled with my underbite. My teeth weren't perfect. They gave each other a look. They realized that Nova was special. They knew she had dragon scales. Tip of the scales are pink. Nova has no idea what she is. Willow and Evie lead her to her room. Your room and board is free. The room was small. And little oil lamp hanged on the wall. Willow and Evie hugged Nova. Your meals are free. The room had a bathroom, a twin-size bed. The woman left Nova. Nova laid out flat on the bed, and she fell asleep. Luna's bed was opposite of Nova's. Luna went to the captain. He was so happy to meet Luna, and they had a long conversation about Nova. She said, I can sense many dragons in your military. Surely there at least 2 who can train Nova. The captain suggested Hendrix and Titus. Luna sensed a sea monster nearby. Captain eyes wonder arching the sea. He looked back and Luna was gone. Hendrix, a man of less words, playing his guitar. Titus sitting next to him playing his violin. They a past full of regret, scares. And a bone to pick with authority. Strong and courage they wear on their belts. They too are dragons hiding. Narrator whispers no one knows yet. Shaw, but they too feel the battleship got hit by something. A storm rises. Water spouts spin and the waves crave the ship's attention. A monster rises from the depth of the ocean. A monster slams against the ship. They pointed their cannons and the military echoing ready. Aim and fire. Hendrix and Titus change into their deepest secret, flying through the air, breathing fire at the sea monster. Hendrix dragon's claws pick up the sea monster and throws it, Titus trying to pull the monster's flesh. The sea monster tries to take Titus down. Sea monster badly wounded. Hendrix and Titus fly away. Luna spirals lava from below the sea and the lava melts the nightmarish sea monster, and locks him in the dungeon and left the military confused. The men returned to part of the ship. No one was around, changing back to human form, the captain whispering their names, Hendrix and Titus. Nova slept through the storm. Captain and his crew rejoiced. Captain knew Luna must have saved them. Now the captain has to prepare not just his crew but more military men and women to win a war. Victory will be ours. Captain stood tall and strong. Where is Nova? Hendrix and Titus will mentor Nova and teach her. Hendrix and Titus begin with Nova. Strangers to Nova, Nova not sure what to think of them yet. Hendrix tells Nova to swim. Nova confused. She looks around for a ladder. She hangs onto the rail. Titus picks up Nova and throws her overboard. Nova floated back up, not hitting the water. Nova was furious. She became in dragon form. Gold scales on her arms. Gold dragon became her. Her hair turned gold. Her gold dust of liquid floated to Hendrix and Titus. They stood shocked at Nova. Titus mentioned to Hendrix, maybe we shouldn't have thrown her overboard, but Hendrix said we would have never have her gift. Hendrix flew towards Nova. Lifting the iceberg and tossing it towards Nova, she growled and hissed at them. Iceberg pushed down, Nova cracked the iceberg, flying towards Hendrix and Titus. She used her liquid fire to hit them. They are fast. Hendrix's hands foam bubbles and water, forming a water dragon. The water dragon distracts Nova. Titus throws fire from his palms to burn Nova liquid gold. It melts the flam. There are horns that run down Nova's back, her wings gold with loose gold dust. It is her honesty that lets people know the truth. Her past is dark, and her darkness could overcome her. Hendrix tried to move from her liquid gold. He old and silent move fast enough. The liquid gold gave him a vision of a battle fought by the Gold King's army against the Blue King's army. Two kingdoms will fight. Only one kingdom will win victory. Hendrix saw the two princes from each kingdom will finish the battle, and the Blue King will lose. He didn't know what Nova willed be used for. He saw a vision of princess against princess. Dragons marching towards war. Nova a gold dragon as their leader, but the dragons are against both kingdoms. Nova has lived before, brought during different battles. She terrified him. Her full dragon form is a gift of liquid gold lava. She held a ball of liquid gold. Her wings were strong and she was fast. Each soldier who tried to fight Nova, a horrible way to die. Nova is a different this time. She has 3 shapeshifters. Her young version at age 11, and she has teenager form, and he saw her family. This dragon lived different this time. This gold dragon tormented and heartbroken. She longs to hold Moonchild and her husband Felix. He flew away from the liquid gold of lava. He realized this girl Nova could change her bloodline. She learned to love. Love conquered. All Hendrix shared a tear after seeing her darkness. He realized he must help her. He decided he can be a little nice. Titus and our dragons too. They are teaching Nova, but Nova taught them. Luna flew right between Nova and Hendrix and spoke gently. Enough. Luna said she will train Nova. I am honored to teach Nova. Luna and Nova train. Luna rose above the ground. Do what I do, Luna said. Nova copied her. When I say an element to use, try to focus and each element water, wood, fire, earth. Luna tossed rocks in the air, holding her fist tight. Then her hand opens wide, letting go of her focus. Nova focused floating upside down. Holding her fist tight, the rocks spilled gold, liquid lava, and her inner heart was leaking a dark cloud around Luna and Nova. Luna hold on a blue ball of liquid dark blue water, filling the darkness with happy thoughts, and Luna hold on to the top of Nova's head, filling Nova mind with good memories. Nova tired and hungry. Luna strikes the cliff with lightning. Then with fire it burns into a tornado, then putting the fire out with water. It is all a part of you. Just fill yourself with love. I know you're terrified and you're so consumed by the fog that is in front of you. You are chosen again for this times of trouble. You have a very strong gift. Open your heart for me. I am your friend. I won't leave you. I am right beside you. I seen your past. Yes, you have bad behavior problems. That is not you. If I could quiet your storm and shine through your darkness, I am trying to. Let new people be in your life. I adore you, Nova. I think you are special, and I won't let anyone use you for a war that isn't your fault. You don't have choose the darkness. You can escape this. Try to think about good times. Now focus with love this time. Nova changed full dragon form, flying out of control. She fell into the water, her wings shedding gold mist. She blew gold liquid lava all over the ground. The lava made the ground dissolve. It melts the flowers. Luna smiled. Nova turned into her teenager form and cried. Luna held Nova, and Nova was still hungry. Luna took her to lunch. As they ate at the restaurant, they met the tea master and Alma. Odd couple, Luna said. They ordered sushi. It was rice, seaweed, and tuna. It had cream cheese. Luna poured soy sauce on her sushi, and Nova asked for seconds. Luna waved at the waiter. Alma told Luna she had beautiful blue hair. Curry this time. Very next day they went to the Gold Kingdom to meet with the Gold King. Luna and Nova bowed, and in respect, the king hugged both girls. He was so happy to have both warriors beside him. Above Nova's head a gold crown shined bright, and inside her crown was a sleeping gold dragon. Luna stood strong, not afraid. Luna looked at the Gold King. We are prepared. She smacks her left fist into her right hand. Tonight everyone rest but with one eye opened. We battle at dawn, the Gold King said. A warrior helmet blew the blue army tall monsters just in blue uniforms, and blue warrior helmets. The Gold King and the Gold Army, wearing gold army uniform. With gold branches on their uniforms, gold leaves on their uniform, the gold uniform. The princess wore a coat with a hoodie, and it has green branches climbing up her robe leaves that spread out through her coat. The Gold King hears word of the battle-abbed beginning of preparing for a war. He is old. He will go first before his army. Many kings from his bloodline have won and lost battles. It is the gold dragon he wants her. She would fight for them. You can train dragons. It is a heavy task. The Gold Queen stood at the balcony and was meditating to find the gold dragon. She seen her in her dreams. The Gold Princess stood next to her mom, the Queen. They wore hooded dresses. The Queen wore pink with green leaves that spread down her dress. The princess wore red with green tree branches that spread all throughout her dress. Both kingdoms arrive in the sky. The king, the blue king and gold king face one another. The blue army under the blue king's control. The blue and gold king arrive on clouds. The war drums begin. Jacqueline's the red trumpet played. Crystal's Venus traps formed from on the clouds. Prepared and unshaken the battle in the sky. The blue army marching towards the gold army. The blue king yelled charge, then the gold took a deep breeze. The gold king charged to the blue king. Gold marched right behind the gold king. The gold king and blue king striked at one another. And the gold king fought a good fight. The gold queen stayed behind at the palace with princess beside her. The princess comforts her mom, back at the battle in the sky. The gold king fell, using his sword to block the blue king. Luna and Nova block the blue king. Luna strikes the blue king with lightning. She struck him with force of rocks. He stumbled. The blue king and his blue army fell to the ground in the middle of the forest. Luna's roots trapped the blue army and blue king. Nova in dragon form struck the blue king. Luna turned the blue king into stone, and the roots dragged them down to their graves. The gold king exhausted. He's still up in the clouds, looking down. The gold army cheered for their victory. The gold king smiled and waving at Luna and Nova. Luna and Nova helped the gold king back to his palace, where he reunited with his family. Nova and Luna bravery was written down in their history books. Years from we will be stories to all who are born after our life. The gold king found where the prisoners were held at. They went to the blue kingdom to free the dragons and people who were imprisoned. Nova reunited with Moon Child and her love of her life, Felix. Nova and Felix were elected to be the new king and queen of their kingdom. I'll never be Blue Kingdom, but now Green Kingdom. Nova being queen will rule with love of humanity. Fight for freedom and peace and justice for all. Luna bowed to Nova, Nova in adult form. She gives Luna charge over the Gold Kingdom's army. Luna will protect Nova and her kingdom. Luna explained to Nova of her meeting Naya and Stormi and many friends. Nova smiled and said she would be ecstatic to meet Naya and Stormi. Luna and Nova shook hands for goodbye for now. Nova spoke softly, there are never goodbyes. Luna and Nova depart. Luna's first love, the Gold King, had an idea. He suggested to his army that they should practice doing certain missions. The leader of the Gold Army has bowed before the Gold King. He saluted. He stood tall and in unform. The Gold King decided. We will let the younger ones do a treasure hunt. Gather as many copies of our universe and special spots. Hide some treasure boxes. I want Luna and James to be chosen for the treasure hunt together throughout the kingdom. There be 2 robots for each team. You chose the rest of the teams. The Gold King picked the planet Shiloh to hide the treasures, and for a surprise treasure for 2 who discover the hidden heartbeat of the universe. Meanwhile, Luna and James were chosen to study the maps. Luna and Sundius introduced one another. They both smiled at one another. For slow motion, they locked eyes. The Moon Protectors interrupted the class. Everyone gather around. Grab a candle and place it on your desk. The elder warrior had to teach the young warriors. There many that had joined. The Moon Protector began to teach. This candle's flame will choose your moon or sun. Its flames will bring it to life. Each sun and moon can be set free. The planet chooses the suns and moons. The candle's flame will decide on the moons and suns which will flow to its destiny. The solar system is alive. Luna and Sundius flew in a spaceship. Going through the galaxy, so many planets, and colorful galaxies, I have witnessed a few planets' birth. Creation just begins as two lights circle like a dance, then explosion of a burst of colors emerge. That is a beautiful sight to see. Luna explainedness knew exactly what she meant, for he has seen new life begin in many ways. They finally reached the shores as the suns set in the evening. The beach was beautiful, the sky full of pink clouds, they shaped like steps. You could walk on them, the ocean waves seemed welcoming. Two of them had become sleepy. They signed into separate rooms in a hotel, which is a treehouse hotel. The tree hotel was like Christmas, candles everywhere. And the waterfall nearby sounded like a roaring of water. Before they go to their rooms, Sundius asked Luna to join for morning for a hike through Shiloh. The land is rich of beauty that no one has come close to its beauty. There are mountains to climb and oceans to surf, seashells to collect. Luna smiled with delight. She said yes. That's what great. After coffee, I got have energy. They went to their rooms, and they both had trouble sleeping. He couldn't stop wondering why and how he felt. Luna tossed and turned. Eventually, they both went to sleep, fighting against their feelings. What if they were in love, or what if they walk away, not knowing what love could be like? Sundius has had relationships before, but they failed. Luna has never taken interest in anyone until now. She has felt her heartbeat to feel love, but in a different way. She cares so much for her friends, humans, and the universe. How can anyone love a robot like me? The treehouse breakfast, the alarms goes off for both Sundius and Luna. They both call for room service. They both received a large breakfast, with coffee. Oh yes, lots of coffee, creamer for coffee. Bagels and cream cheese, sunny side-up eggs with bacon, orange juice, cheesy grits, so delicious. After breakfast, shower, brushed teeth and got dressed for the day, not in army uniform. They dressed in regular clothes, jeans and t-shirt. Both nervous, they both looked in the mirror and took a deep breath, ready to meet people, go places, and enjoy today. Waterfall, good morning, Sundius spoke pretty loud. Luna said in return the same. Good morning to you. She was a little groggy. Luna had taken interest in rocks, though rocks are not just rocks. She took her fist and busted the rock open. It was diamonds, some were crystals, each one is breathtaking. Sundius was very surprised of her love for rocks that rest among the waterfall's streams. Sundius curious about Luna's past. She seems happy. Sundius holding a dark secret and his past of so much pain. He thought to himself, I have too many mistakes. A past that unforgivable and unforgettable. Sundius, a scientist way before he joined the army of the Gold Kingdom. He done better since he had joined. What will she think of me? Once I tell her. Flashback, a young teen age 14 working in a lab alone with my father. He was a very proud scientist. I was in a hurry last day of work. He dropped the bottle that consumed the darkness. It has taken people's lives. The darkness tried to take me. Let it knows me, but I defeated the darkness. They have footage on tape. The science lab to masters and kings are looking for. I got scared. I changed my name. No one here knows me, but I fear if I get close to Luna, the darkness might want her. It hunts me. I came out my deep thoughts. Luna was talking to me. I zoned out. She was so happy just to talk about rocks. I smiled. I will collect some rocks. Which ones are your favorite? Sundius asked. Luna grabbed like 10. Luna mentioned we should go to the beach. I know. We should be hunting for treasure. But let's do something different. We are usually training, but how about we do some Tai Chi? I absolutely love to. Sundius answered. Tai Chi. They laid 2 mats on the grassy fields, where mountains stand tall. We were in the valleys, fields of flowers, trees that know many secrets. Luna took a deep breath in. They both waved their hands in slow motion. They went surfing at the beach. Their surfboards were a little old. They caught a few waves. Going through a wave tunnel is greatest feeling. It another world to explore. Luna could see why so many are addicted. Luna loved to come to Shiloh. She was cautious. There are many sea monsters, and Stormi had told her experience with the evil alien. You always keep mind that it is the sea monster's territory. The bonfire Sundius and Luna sat close to the fire pit. They were soaked but getting warm. As the fire crackled, they had many conversations. Luna told him her adventures many times on Earth. She was very weak, but few good Earthings had helped her. I, in return, saved them. We are best friends. You can never have enough besties. Sundius listened to her talk most of the day. Do you see others as our race, as superheroes? Sundius spoke many moons and suns ago. I had fought the battles against the Blue Kingdom. I failed. I was wounded. Was no match back then. The darkness took over friends and family. I feel their pain, but there was good times in my life. Not sure what other purpose I can fulfill. I have had to be prepared to fight. No matter where I go, I fight for the innocent. It scares me to think if I marry. What if I can't save my wife, or God forbid my future children? Sundius explained his fear. Luna agreed. It is every warrior's prayer to the universe to protect and guide us. I'm lucky that I survived. Luna breathed in, then exhaled. When the most amazing creation is love, you never be able to make someone love you. Rejection is a powerful sting. And yes, nothing good comes from war. Love is strongest emotion and colors. Sundius became happy to hear such words, a breeze of fresh air. They smiled, feeling shy. Later that night, they rode on a Ferris wheel. Seeing the lights on the rides light up the sky, they weren't scared of heights. They're used to flying. They ate popcorn, cotton candy, went inside the circus tent, seeing mostly animals perform. They sat at an arm wrestling table, the wrestler standing by them. Step both of their hands down, step both of their hands down. The rest of the guys were excited. I win, said the wrestler. I have something for you. Luna took out a box. Inside was 2 cupcakes. Luna placed her hand on the table. Sundius' hand covered her hand. Luna pulled away, but knew he would love the cupcake. They took their first bites. 1 2.3 cupcake has disappeared. They were tired from the long day, down in the city. It started to rain softy, little roaring. Wasn't a thunderstorm, but Sundius start to dance in the rain. He hold out his hand and Luna without hesitation. She danced with him, both surprised that both of them took a chance. They started to float. The towered clock in the middle of the city charmed. Midnight? Things happen when there's a full moon and a clock that strikes midnight. They both were soaked. Luna kicked the paddles, and they went to an art store. Luna loves to paint. Sundius was into it. He loved music. Leaving the store, there was a big moon and stars that glow blue. Back to their rooms. They said goodnight to each other, going separate ways. They both realized they were falling deep in love. They both had fun today. Soon as they climbed in their beds, they passed out. In separate rooms, they spoke themselves. Sundius spoke softy in his words. Midnight storms are made of rain, lightning, and darkness. Toss you like smoke and fire. It burns through you. It could engulf your soul. I hear your thoughts of noise. In the eye of your storm of darkness, emotional shell of colorful smoke, a cry of emotional state, a black heart you had. Let it stand firm against your wounds that burn. Deep wounds are cuts that bleed, open wounds of memorizes. My bruises and scares face a fate of darkness. Let the emotional battles bring forth victory, said the warrior. Luna, the warrior of light, shared her love for Sundius. Create light in the midst of your darkness. That shatter clocks of time. Let this light we hold on to. Let grow fresh beginning of life for you and me. Green enchanting, pink a light of a rush. Burst of love that can cure you. I love a million gold stars and a fire of moondust. Let love break the code. A potion. Let it be our escape of pain we have experienced. May your numbness come to an end. A map of our universe. Luna woke up and had her brand new breakfast. Waffles with ice cream. Chocolate drizzled all over the whipped cream. Coffee and orange juice. James had breakfast too. He had patty melt and French fries. Bowl of fruit. Coffee, orange juice. Very delicious for both of them. They dressed in Army's uniform. Gold uniforms. Brushed their teeth and brushed their hair. Off to join the other teams. We've got to find the treasure box. Luna told herself to not let anyone disguise her. She must stay focused. Sundius and Luna arrived to join the king's army. It is serious. The two bowed to the king. Everyone join your partners. There are young ones who are teens, and we have to help them find treasures. First, we took the teens out to have fun. Yes, we want the treasure, but it is good to have fun in life. They went up a hill. The teens rolled down the hills, in grassy land of fresh green and meadows, a stream through the valley. Wild flowers bloom, miles and miles of flowers. Treasure maps the characters on there are aliens, waterfalls, planets in battleships made out of clockwork. Mermaids, dragons. Luna and Sundius is waiting for them to begin to treasure hunt. Luna and brought lots of watermelon, and also brought a parachute to do a game, with first that is explained to everyone gathered around the parachute. Grab on it now, raise it high as you can, and as fast as you can go under the parachute. There was a lot of families that were there to support their children. Parents had joined in, some of the kids were amazed at how the parachute would open. Everyone will go under the parachute at the same time and sit on the ground. They did exactly as told. The smiles of the children teens were big smiles, and it was fun for them after the parachute game. Luna was in charge of the next game. Luna plays for watermelon for 4 lineups parents. You can join now. Lineup, you all will be given a cup of water, melon seeds, and spit the watermelon seeds into the shells of the watermelon that is on the ground. Good luck if your seed makes it, and you will get a prize. The kids were hot after playing the games. They let everyone take them to the treehouse hotel. They fed everyone and gave them plenty of water. Now that it is the hot season, the Golden King decided to place the treasure chest under the water. The mermaids are waiting for the teen soldiers. They were ecstatic to finally meet the mermaids. Everyone was glad to feel the water. They all had snorkels. A little ways from shore was hundreds of treasure chests. Each of the teen soldiers gather their own treasure chest, use their inner power to raise the treasure chest out of the water. Luna has heard the whispers of the wind, and there another teen that lived on Shiloh. The teen girl was fighting against the darkness. Luna took flight. She seen a vision of her, where she was, even though today was a wonderful, peaceful day, now what she has always prepared for what to defeat the darkness, so she has been unable to save those who are filled with darkness. After the darkness is destroyed in any person, it leaves the person weak and no one has been able to save them. Luna will deal with the darkness. All on her own, she has failed many moons and suns of war and long time ago. Luna had to figure out how to defeat the darkness in such short time. She fears that the darkness could take a hold of her friends. Luna wants to find an antidote. The teen girl fighting darkness in the forest, a dragon shapeshifter, the girl in dragon form tired into it. Before then you can fight the darkness. The dragon girl withered away as lava ashes. Luna stood firm. The darkness spoke to Luna. James is mine. Luna clenched her hands. The darkness cannot harm Luna. Luna closed her eyes and focused this time. As her turn to fight her enemies, she focused, and every little stars and every little moons are shining through her skin. Her veins glowed blue and gold. Luna felt within her the darkness that took over Sundius. He fallen into a deep sleep. Luna spoke with roaring thunder. You play a game of chess, you move your queen, I engulf both queens. I reign. Sundius is a thorn and I am the rose. I am the rain that will shower his past mistakes tomorrow. Morning rain drops will erase every memories of darkness. You are the roaring of a cloud of darkness. I will cure him with my tears. Busted the tears bottle. It splashed into the darkness with the suns and moons that shine off of Luna's skin floated into the cloud of darkness. The darkness shrinking, and began to disappear, and it retreated. That will be another time where they will have to fight against the darkness, and that time when it comes, we will have to destroy it for good. Luna's tears cured Sundius. It brought back those who withered away. They were not dead, but asleep. Millions of moons and suns loved Luna. Now to find the heartbeat of the universe. Where is the heartbeat of the universe? Who controls it? The energy, the power of the universe is the part of the dark void of meditation. Let me explain. The chosen leaders of the past live today hidden in the universe. They are 10 leaders that serve the universe. The chosen leaders are smoke of colorful galaxy that their bodies are made of. The leaders sit in Indian style to meditate and to create balance for the planets, suns, moons, and give power to aliens, robot, and humans. There will rise the strongest. Strike a blue power rises to help the ones who seek it planets. The moons and suns surround the chosen leaders, one robot that lives again to save all beings. A soldier among the robots. The chosen leaders already see. Those who have died, they become guardians. For the living, those who fight, who love, who reign, who seek the good, those will be among you to protect and serve. Those chosen leaders are one heartbeat of the universe. Sundius and Luna look over the vintage map. It was incredible how the artists of maps drew them. They grabbed their belongings. Both stood in sunlight. Morning Glory whispers good morning, and Sundius nod his head in respect in a way he's saying farewell. Luna blue dress shined, her long blue hair blew in the wind, wearing all blue. He noticed her beauty. He felt unworthy. Love will have to wait. Luna smiled. They knew how they felt about each other. They both know now is a time to prepare for war. A battle's cry, both letting go of each other. The wind blowing pink blossoms in their direction. A lake where the old battleships tied to the dock. He took his belongings and walked onto the ship. She spoke with confidence. Our path will cross again. Sundius looked back one last time. Luna was gone, the end. Katrina Galloway. Autumn. Luna walking among the village people. How happy so many are. She sees a new adventure. And a new friend. She sees a redhead, with green eyes, wearing village clothing. She plays a flute. Music notes created in bubbles floating. As she sat on the bridge, dangling her legs, the young teen's hair pulled up in a bun, with one strap of hair dangling against her face. The young redhead practicing her powers. A green and blue mist would appear. She has so much energy. Luna and the captain smiled. The captain from the ship said, I'll need you to stay here and keep an eye on her. The captain took the vintage map. I'll take your place on the battleship. I would love if you introduced Nova to her. The red hair girl was on fire, a temper to match her hair. Luna said, yes, I'll stay, but I need to rest. It has been a long week. I need to eat. And in the morning, I'll talk to her. This one's stubborn. The wind whispered to Luna. Luna breathed in the wind. Her name is Autumn. A new green mean new power rises right in front of her. The power levels up inside Luna's body. Now she has become stronger. She can teach others this new power. Autumn. The music clock is Autumn's power, which each music carefully chose through green flames is to protect the heart of the universe. Luna introduces herself to Autumn. Autumn growls, showing her fangs, mocking Luna. Luna told her to stand. Autumn punches a wind force towards Luna. The wind punched through Luna across the pond. Autumn shrieking towards the tower. She floats in mid-air upside down. Luna coming back around. Autumn and Luna circles around each other. Luna fangs showing. Luna's eyes glowed red. Luna wasn't mad, but not many ever get that chance to make Luna become madness. Luna flies towards Autumn and grabs her cloak and throws her into the tower. Luna mentioning Autumn to come and fight. Luna giving a right kick and left side kick. Autumn out of control, throwing punches. Luna dodging. Luna does a dragon tail throw. Luna throwing her moon and sons of Luna's tears surrounding Autumn, making her very sleepy. Autumn falling asleep but struggles to stay awake. Luna knows she's special, but because of her past, she may be so headstrong. Yes, Autumn has always felt like she can defeat her enemies. She is defeated time after time. Luna sees she's got a child on her hands. Love is hard for this girl to find. She has always fought to survive. Luna dosen, wasn't be rough, but she knows time is running out. Our battle of war is to be won against the darkness. Autumn. The music clock is Autumn's power, which each music carefully chose through green flames is to protect the heart of the universe. Luna introduces herself to Autumn. Autumn growls, showing her fangs, mocking Luna. Luna told her to stand. Autumn punches a wind force towards Luna. The wind punched through Luna across the pond. Autumn shrieking towards the tower. She floats in mid-air upside down. Luna coming back around. Autumn and Luna circles around each other. Luna fangs showing. Luna's eyes glowed red. Luna wasn't mad, but not many ever get that chance to make Luna become madness. Luna flies towards Autumn and grabs her cloak and throws her into the tower. Luna giving a right and left side kick. Autumn out of control, throwing punches. Luna dodging. Luna does a dragon tail throw. Luna throwing her moon and sons of Luna's tears surrounding Autumn, making her very sleepy. Autumn falling asleep but struggles to stay asleep. Luna knows she's special, but because of her past, she may be so headstrong. Yes, Autumn has always felt like she can defeat her enemies. She is defeated time after time. Luna sees she's got a child on her hands. Love is hard this girl to find. She has always fought to survive. Luna Dosen T want to be rough, but she knows time is running out. Our battle of war is to be won against the darkness. Autumn stirs and awakens, drowsiness and dry mouth. She fights herself to stay awake. Autumn flies up but falls. Luna, in her forgiving way, turns the cheek, the clock of different colors. I trust you with the clock with music notes. As you move and wave your hands to create the music, you will also have the power to obey you. Love is your greatest weapon. Love can make you see light in the deepest darkness. Light can break through someone's darkest hour. Luna looked up, but Autumn was doing something. Autumn was head first in the fish tank, like a piranha. Her teeth straight, but she was biting her teeth together. She wanted to eat the fish. She noticed the lettuce and took a big bite. She lifted her head out of the fish tank. She was disappointed. Luna made a special soup with lots of potatoes, carrots and cabbage, and a thick buttered rolls. Autumn was so happy. She danced in circles, spilling her soup. Her attitude towards Luna has changed, and a new friendship begins. Luna gave Autumn a place to call home. The practice continues. The villagers stood by watching Luna and Autumn practice their powers. Autumn feeling embarrassed. She sat in rebellion. She floated in mid-air, soaking. Luna was left confused. She floated to the villagers and explained to them, just give her space. She's new to this. Luna watched the crow disappear, and they pretend to not pay attention, but soon as Autumn began her practice, the villagers would peek. Autumn gives them a slow burn look and growls. Luna quickly reacts to Autumn. Your eyes on me. You gotta focus. Now you call the clock of music to you. Autumn, frustrated and in tears, face down on the grass. Luna knows she must have a bad memory. What could it be? Autumn stood up. Autumn is very emotional. Luna hold her and felt her sadness. Luna sees her deepest desire, and Luna speaks softly to letting her know, if you can see me as a friend. I care, and we are here to continue the path and finish the adventures. To search for love, happiness, forgiveness, and find our true selves. Love is for everyone. Luna sees that she is vulnerable. Luna felt like her mom. She never spoke out loud that mother's wings that is spread over children. It is protection you want for every child, including your own. Luna that night checking herself, of what it would look like if she was to be pregnant. She wonders of her future family, with this generation. Is a bad time to bring up a child. In this world, it is a cold and cruel world we live in. The fear of losing friends and family. Autumn singing and dancing in the kitchen, beating a wooden spoons on pots and pans. Luna joined in and sang her heart out. There was a knock at the door. Luna opened the door. Autumn stopped to see who it is. Luna in slow motion, then a smile and a welcomed Sundius in. Sundius hearing the music. Autumn turned off the music. Autumn grabbed a blanket. Have you ever sat in the grass to see the different moons? During the day, I count clouds. Autumn described, while they lay in the grass. They enjoyed getting to know each other. Autumn begins sadly explaining her past. My mom died and Pa grew sick, no house to live in, but I live in the trees, and hope one day I'll go to city of umbrellas. What a dream it sounds like. Boys gross. I rather be queen rule all men. My crown of colors will be its own kingdom. Luna and Sundius laughs. Those are red flags. Sundius made an unsure face. How in the world you come back here? I thought you'd be out to sea a lot longer. I wanted to see you. 2 reasons. Because of your beautiful soul. Luna face blushed. And this. She heard the dark keys on the piano play. Oh ah. Luna taking the vintage map from his hand. We came across a planet. No one knows what it's called. It is literally covered with different earthy seasons. Not an I ever imagine. One side of the plains is a lake with a castle. It's called Castle of Dreams. Above the lake is pink blossoms that float above the lake. Then in daytime, the edge of the planet is a blue night sky with stars. Be careful, the stars are a ball of grass, and there is no sun on the opposite side of the planet is daytime. Green leaves dance in the wind. A robot ballerina placed there to protect what's beyond the field. From the distance, there are many women that wear crowns. They looked like goddesses. Luna, I need you. I need your help. There's a waterfall, with tree branch reaching the other side. You reach the middle of the tree branch. It one T let you pass. I hanged upside down confused. Beautiful place. Strange. One last thing, I stood on the roof of a town home. Lightning surrounded me. It was a water wall and blue flash. It disappeared. I could have died. It left. Luna knew of the powers of lightning. It is not ending for those who have that gift. I use lightning, but I myself have never controlled it. Luna, explain. It picks you. They both looked at Autumn and her mouth dropped wide, staring at them. Autumn became excited. I am gonna own that gift. Luna shook her head. They got to head back to the treehouse hotel, said Sundius between the same time. The two lovebirds said goodnight. The clock music. Autumn struggled to bring it to face the darkness. Sundius held on Autumn's hand, and they closed their eyes and focus a light of green. The power brought the clock of music before them. Its song played. Its powers shot out into the darkness. The darkness revealed a pirate robot made of steel. It had missing parts. If you use the darkness, it will decay you, and the robot have fallen into the ground. And he stood and used his own self to shape-shift into himself, not just a half robot but half man, and he stood tall and fierce. He was a tall old man and a pirate. His top hat made the wheels in a black coat with green glow vines shine down coat. He wore magnifying glass jewelry. There was a dragon on the magnifying glass. He is a space pirate. He had an alien beast with him. He spoke loud and thunder roaring in his voice. The ground split open. He yelled and said no mercy. He charged with the flames of fire and charged at Luna. Luna blocked his burning fire of flames, Naya giving a side kick towards the pirate. The pirate blocked her side kick. In seconds, he surrounded all of them with his delusion. Luna quickly put stars' moons to block his delusions that he created around them. Luna flew over him and his alien beast. Luna has never been kind to alien beast. She sent her blue dragon after the beast. The beast and dragon fought among themselves. The pirates did a round kick towards Sundius. Sundius used his teachings from the army. He did a round kick and knocked the pirate down. Sundius ready to arrest the pirate. Pirate is fast like Luna, and the pirate flew up above the sky. The pirate growled earthly sound. Luna stayed calm, seeking within, and Luna's eyes turned red. She melted the pirate with her power of flames, which is similar to powers of Nova. Naya and Stormi flew right next to Luna. The village people hid. There, they locked the pirate's ashes in his own chest of treasures. Naya's roots covered the chest. Stormi's storm grew large, hid the chest in the cave underwater. A key, only Luna can keep it within her power. No one can get it. The beast withered away. The darkness will come again. It will be someone else. We will fight again. They're worn out. Autumn realizes they are powerful. Autumn bowed. She dedicated herself to the Golden Army. And for the Golden King arrived, and the rest of the Golden Army, including Luna, Sundius, Stormi, and Nova, bow to the Golden King again. The king was pleased with Luna and her group. Luna and Sundius smiled at each other, taking deep breath. The Golden Army feeds the forest village people and animals. After taking care of other, Luna and Sundius take off from the group. Later, Luna wears an evening dress, Sundius dressed in fancy cloak. For young youth, you beautiful and smart. For the two loved on, they walked over to the balcony, where a pink blossom tree branch laid on the balcony. Luna and Sundius are like children climbing and sitting on the tree. Its pink blossoms blew in their direction. They are the talk of the Gold Kingdom. The moon shined bright light. The stars are a ball of blue fire. They exchange their letters. Luna sitting in a chair in her room, relaxing from a fight they won again. She reads Sundius' letter, and she begins to read. Clockwork ships sail across the 7 seas. I've never seen a face of beauty and strength. You have saved me from darkness, and your love has shown me the true meaning of life. Our love is like the pink blossom tree sheds every day like our life. We share our tears and loving years of youth. Love has cured me. Let my heart is stronger and hopelessly devoted to you. You are my life, love, and we might grow old with 1,000 wrinkles. I choose you over 1,000 beating hearts of beauty. I lit 1,000,000 floating candles that burn into the midnight hour. You are my light in my dark hour. Love always Sundius. To my love Luna. Luna blushed. She knows they gonna have to go slow. Then Sundius reads Luna's letter. As he put the book down as he was studying. This compass I give to you in my life of suns and or the light of moons can lead you through dark paths that only travel by seize your storm that tosses you, the fog that blocks your sight. This gift of the compass reunite you with your past, present, and future thoughts be kind to you, and my heart glows within the pink flower of the compass. I'll be your guide. Love with a million tears to bring love, joy, true happiness. Love is rare, don trap it, or force it. Let it guide you for many days of adventures that become legends. Let love free you. Sundius fold the letter. She sees through me, I am a clear glass. I love her even more now the end, but let the beginning. Nova, Stormi, fought their last battle, and after the final battle with the darkness, they become the new leaders to the planets, each take their crown to rule the kingdoms. They take their place as princesses, except Luna and Sundius. Luna and Sundius choose to become part of the elders who protect the heart of the universe. They become bodies of smoke. Colorful galaxies and their love unlocked a new way to create peace. They become the new elders of the protectors of the heart of the universe. Their love spreads over each land, river, oceans. And over all kingdoms, their legends live on in books, and has been written in poems. They live on in our universe. The End, written by Katrina Galloway. Inspirational path, dark void, filled with stars and moons. The universe, yet a few protectors of the moon and suns in a circle. The smoky, colorful galaxy bodies sit in Indian style, meditating day and night. A hand reaches for the green leaf that lightly flows through the heart of the universe. Nothing gets past the protectors. A child cries to the moon. Luna comes out of meditation, and the elders stay at the temple that is floating in space. It's been many years. Luna nudges Sundius out of meditation. They both can leave and head to all the planets they want to go to, but they are weak, and so we will catch you up on everything. The darkness is destroyed. But there is always danger in different parts of the planet. We do not reveal ourselves, unlike you that can reveal yourself to as many species and creatures and people and aliens, but we must never reveal who we are. There is a world controlled by armies. All planets, including Earth, are controlled by aliens. The armies are the Sky Army, the Ground Army and Ocean Army, the Fire Flame Army and Nature's Army. The clothing they wear completely different than what you wore when you were in the Gold Army of the Gold Kingdom. I think Nature Army would be the best for you too. You'll learn about plants. You'll be able to help animals. You'll be able to give your service over to the people, aliens and creatures and dragons. This is a computer. You can search anything and everything on it. It's just like the view screen that we have, and yes, view screens are all throughout spaceships. And there is a world of interest in fashion. There are sports that people play. There are many who are artists who paint, and yes, all loads of different artists and music. You vow never really listened to music before the way all this music sounds. You have a blast to learn all kinds of different music up to the year 25. Lot of people live the fast life, some live the fast life in the countryside, and are very happy for what they have. Some are rich and have so much money. They don't know what to do with themselves. There's a culture that has changed in many parts of the planets and Earth, and we say Earth is not as safe as it used to be. I will catch you up on everything you need to know. It's not about opinion or follow the crowd, but it's just the information you must know before you join the planets. There are many wars that began out and still no peace. No peace for Earth. Not everywhere has broken. But there has been so much bloodshed throughout generation after generation. There is so much crime that goes on, and there's so much of death that happens every day. We are to keep records of everyone who lives and dies. They had to describe to Luna where the policemen are, and what are nurses, and what a doctor is, what firefighters do. Dragons are hiding. We do see them on other planets. You must pick a name to go by. It cannot be Luna. Luna disagrees strongly, so my name has been my name for many moons and suns. I will continue to be named Luna. That way Earth will know me again. Earth and the planets will know me and know that I am just here to protect love and make a change among those I care for. My name will stay the same. Luna saw the date that Naya and Stormi had passed away. The crowns of power given to goddesses and princesses, it is told that they lived in peace. Luna misses them so much. A lake that stays in place, never moving, has many secrets. Some say it is everlasting sweet pea that answers your questions through 5 generations. Pink blossom tree fills the air with aroma. Gray stones that floats above the lake's surface. There are many people who heard of the everlasting sweet pea. Yes, it is a name of a flower. It is a woman lived with many adventures. She's just as important as many heroes. Everlasting sweet pea left her mark of initials so many generations years ago, has seen her initials carved in the stones in the pink blossom tree deep in the lake. The boardwalk leads to the deeper end of the lake. The pink trees overlap one another over the boardwalk. A grandma and her granddaughter sit at a picnic table in the midst of a company of the lake. Her grandma sharing a watermelon with her granddaughter. The grandma begins to tell her the legend of everlasting sweet pea, and she explains about Luna is just a story what others say. Luna, a legend, and all her friends live in the universe that doesn't sleep. Grandma pointed to the lake. A ripple caused by a rock that falls into the bottom of the lake. Then a face appears. A bright pink hair woman appears. Her eyes are green, and her cheeks were pink, and she was very pale. She wore a silver dress and dress covered dangling jewelry that were thin metal chains that spread over her dress. She moved. Her dress shined in the light. She wore a crown that has a goddess of the wind. And the goddess of the wind sleeps today. It only she awakens if they needed to fight the battle or to protect others. In the middle of the crown was a ghost like wind. It is her power, she able to control the wind. She can also heal those who are wounded. Love has not been kind to her. Everlasting sweet pea gone down a dark path, and she can be very good or very bad. She doesn't mind fighting for the armies. But everlasting sweet pea is special, just as amazing as any hero she sees through her meditation, that Luna and Sundius are close. Everlasting sweet pea remembers. Luna, everlasting sweet pea, has gone through the same battles of war. She is wonderful at saving humans, but she is tortured by humans before. A science lab created many like her. Everlasting sweet pea lost her friends and family to the Great War from generations of sun and moons ago. Everlasting sweet pea has bitterness, and eye for revenge. Everlasting sweet pea is a complicated story. Her soul has entered peace. The memorizes are fresh in her mind. Can anyone save her from all the hunted blood shed that she has memories of the beast that she destroyed? Hell-bound beast chained under a lava volcano. And everlasting sweet pea loves the Greek goddess Circe, for she loves, and she admires her. Everlasting sweet pea could love a man, but she chooses to get rid of them. It is her weakness to fall in love, but she destroys them if they are not true to her. She appears at the lake walking on the mossy stones. Her power is something that many men who fall into the darkness, she can heal them, but rather not get involved. So many she's fallen in love with. Her pain stops her, and she must disappear into her foggy mist. No one seen her since, but Luna feels her pain. Luna remembers her. Everlasting sweet pea is becoming dangerous. Luna sees that her pain can be controlled by the darkness. If everlasting sweet pea is not careful, she will fall under control of the darkness. She feels many seek the darkness, even though they destroyed it. Once only Luna has the key. The chest is hidden in a cave under sea. No one these days know about it, for it is Luna, and her friends are just legends and forgotten stories. Luna turns on the view screen, reading up on everlasting sweet pea. She's committed crimes against those. She falls in love with. The armies are trying to find many criminals. They say everlasting sweet pea is on their list. But they realize she has a complicated and painful past. Nowadays, it is dangerous. Luna's heart breaks for everlasting sweet pea. She understands why she become what she is now. There are many trying to find her. The men's families want justice. The search continues. Luna takes a deep breath in. She mediates to search in her mind to find everlasting sweet pea. Everlasting sweet pea used the blossom flowers to block Luna's vision. Luna knows everlasting sweet pea is going to be difficult. She doesn't want to be found. It's a situation she put herself in. Everlasting sweet pea loves to play chess board game. Everlasting sweet pea lights a match, and it brings forth the earthquake. It spits the ground open. Leaving chess board game and its pieces in your hands. King is placed on the right side of the queen. The queen is just as important as the king. She can moves in any direction, but she cannot jump over any of the pieces. So if you are smart to protect your king at all cost by moving your queen 2 rooks, 2 bishops, 2 knights and 8 pawns attack the opposite king. If you can trap the opposite king, then it is checkmate. But in everlasting Sweet Pea world, she cheats, and always wins. Once she wins, most of her lovers have fallen in the bottomless pit. None have defeated her, her mind controlling the pieces on the chessboard game. She has no pity for those who try to win the game. The lovers of her past die every time. They're no exception for those who do her wrong. Explaining her ex, lovers and friends who betrayed her. A white pale figure holding a sword, waving it careless dark, and wicked first lover. It hunts dragons, everlasting Sweet Pea caught in his corner of his vision, her beauty overtakes them. His roll of dagger-sharp teeth, a great smile that seemed dangerous, but fun to her, his soiled blue eyes, there are no pupils. She was with him for a few years, his temper. And taste for dragons, he had personal issues with dragons. He was incredibly sweet to everlasting Sweet Pea. They seem like any other couple. His temper was just wicked. He cheated on her. But she grew out of love with him. He was the first to die. She waited years for him to ask her to marry her. It was her bitterness and unforgiveness towards him she grew bored. And she officially begins to hunt down evil men. Why she wasted so much time on him, that was her end of love. She shrunk him into a chess-board game. He became a pawn. He was mad at everlasting Sweet Pea. He was the first to be destroyed, though the second lover came along enchanting her with poems. She has heard of poems of love. She was in love but superstitious. She hangs in there with a few more years with him. He still was in love with his ex. She grew angry every time he spoke of her. She had no pity. She led him down the river that led to the sea. He grew sad and she wasted no time. She turned his heart to stone. And sadly, he lives still today, but he has no emotions. And he will never fall in love again. With no one. A sun goddess approaches everlasting Sweet Pea, and she strikes her with a bolt with the rays of the sun. The goddess wore a robe of darkness. She attacks the sun goddess with her strike of bolts of lightning. The bolt of lightning spiraled around her body, electrifying at the sun goddess. Everlasting Sweet Pea took a hard shock of the rays of the sun. It burned throughout everlasting Sweet Pea's body, marking a strange green tattoo of leaves that spread throughout her body. It made her despise the sun goddess. She roared and dropped to the ground in pain. The sun goddess stole the second lover's heart of stone. In a flash, the sun goddess took what he came for. She wanted to save his father. She crawled to her lake and wept, for she couldn't understand why no one would love her the right way. She vowed to herself that she would find his heart again. Everlasting Sweet Pea from there on had become wicked. Her desires in life changed. She began to hunt men for their wicked crimes. She fought against cyborgs, their pale skin marked with tattoos of tribes that travel through the universe. She has battled wars not by choice, and her mind tortured by memories. A face appears in the darkness, and with a robe covering their head. A face shines with moons and suns tattooed on their face. A gold glow floats through their faces. She knows the sun and moon goddesses are watching her. She for that moment feels regret and too far away to be forgiven. Luna sent them to help her. They must have the message of what to do for everlasting Sweet Pea. Everlasting Sweet Pea hides. She not scared. She is powerful. Luna knows her and is willing to help and work with her. She been through so much in her life. Luna can save everlasting Sweet Pea from her painful past. Friend or foul? A friend of everlasting Sweet Pea came to her tricks, eyes of colors red and blue. She talked with a snake-like voice. She was trouble. And everlasting Sweet Pea poured 2 cups of tea with a deck of cards placed in front of them. They begin to play a card game. Whoever wins, if the cards pick one of us, we can become stronger and become more powerful. Her friend slips past her, walking in a strange way. She grabs everlasting Sweet Pea's hair to cut a piece of her hair. Everlasting Sweet Pea flew far from her. They both let a roar at one another. Tricks threw a pillar on everlasting Sweet Pea. And everlasting Sweet Pea couldn't stand, for she was stuck. An army of soldiers came running in to arrest her. They moved the pillar off of her. They were not nice to her. Tricks roared at everlasting Sweet Pea. A true enemy, betrayed. The army wants to take her back to the science lab. They want to study her. For those times, there are very few dragons. So many have destroyed them. Everlasting Sweet Pea has become dangerous, and she can be helped. Everlasting Sweet Pea lived many moons and suns ago. They need her. Some are powerful. The sun goddess seemed like he could have destroyed her, but his mission was for a different reason. Sun goddess didn't mean to, but he transferred a special power through her. Everlasting Sweet Pea limping, as the army struggled to contain her. Everlasting Sweet Pea roared with anger. Her pain and mistakes replayed in her mind. Her new power exploited right through her, and the feeling of it was cold. The cold air and the clocks in the room froze. Time had stopped. The soldiers and tricks were stopped and frozen in time. Luna walks towards Everlasting Sweet Pea. Everlasting Sweet Pea passed out. The power was uncontrolled. She has no ability to control it. It is a gift. But Luna waved her hand and snapped her fingers. Everlasting Sweet Pea, and Luna traveled in a second of time. They were in the heart of the universe. Meanwhile, the army's soldiers and tricks realized Everlasting Sweet Pea was gone. They never saw Luna. In the heart of the universe, the protectors took Everlasting Sweet Pea to the meditation room. She must concentrate on herself, see the wickedness that took over her. Luna sat with Everlasting Sweet Pea. She had become delusional. The powers were too much for her body. Luna held Everlasting Sweet Pea's hands and began to mediate with her. The green glowing leaves left her and entered into Luna. Luna knows how to control it. It would have destroyed Everlasting Sweet Pea. Luna is chosen for the different powers. Everlasting Sweet Pea, first two powers are healing and wind control. Everlasting Sweet Pea fell to sleep. Luna stayed with her. As the protectors put her in one of the rooms of the spacecraft, we can't let her die. Luna said, the protectors explain why the sun goddess is not allowed near her. They said the leaves are poisonous to her. I see why the sun goddess was in a hurry. The protector said he did get his father's heart back. Everlasting Sweet Pea doesn't change her ways. We will disconnect her from our source of powers, from our universe. We will destroy her. The protectors are wise. They do care for their own kind, and if someone is chosen to have powers, we give the powers the right to choose who they want. I can't allow her to continue hurting men. Luna explains her path of choice. And Everlasting's Sweet Pea's decisions she made. For now, let her rest. The protectors said we will keep a close eye on her, said another protector. I fear she may never be the same. Her bad decision-making and bad choices has caused her to hurt others and herself. I can't change her. Luna said, give her food and water. We will stand in court and hear her side of the story. She will be judged for her crimes. I dare not speak of it. The protectors left Luna and Everlasting Sweet Pea. Everlasting Sweet Pea woke from her sleep, and Luna held a cup of water to her lips, for her lips were dry. Luna held on tight to Everlasting Sweet Pea's hand. Everlasting Sweet Pea's heart was slowing down. Sweet Pea said softly, I remember you. We all came together to fight the battles of war. I have many scars from that war. Luna spoke of kind and encouraging words to Everlasting Sweet Pea. You were chosen by the heart of the universe. You don't have to fight anymore. I think it'd be best if you stay with us up here. Get away from Earth. Choose a different path. See the beauty in nature. The sun sparkles on the water. The trees receive the wind's moments through them. I know you felt love once, but now you roar with anger, grudge to men. You don't have to destroy others that the universe has chosen too. I feel your pain. I feel you heart desires. I think you can forgive yourself and others. I have to go to Earth. The armies of Earth are a new people. Many like you live in the universe. I want you to focus on good thoughts and be healed from your broken heart. I believe you're still good. You will be taken to court. And if I had known before now of the struggles you dealt with, I would have come for you then. Everlasting Sweet Pea was happy to hear the kind words. Tell me what exactly happened. I will speak for you before the judge. Be honest and explain to me everything. I won't leave to return to Earth until your name is cleared. I want you to understand something. Where you are has laws that can't be broken. I love you, but you got to really work on your behavior and work on letting go of the past. I need to you understand when the rulers which the protectors are choose for you to live or die is a big deal. I know why you became the way you are. I have seen and heard of many who have fallen to the darkness. I couldn't save them. I am trying to save you. We defeated the darkness a long time ago, and there are many wicked, powerful creatures that live today if you choose to become wicked. The protectors will destroy you. Your life decisions you made might be a punishment for your mistakes. Everlasting Sweet Pea spoke with a scratchy voice. She was tired and stressed. What good does it do to fight in battle? I have many battle scares, and ever since I was young, I have fought against evil. And maybe I have gone overboard. I have many enemies rising with more powerful energy. I have become weak. I'm sorry if you seem offended by what I do. I can work on myself. I broke out of the science lab years before. Ever since then, I have struggled to be good. Yes, I got rid of some of my ex-lovers, if you were to know them. Maybe you understand. Luna shook her head in agreement. As Everlasting Sweet Pea explained the truth of her mistakes, Luna begins to quote the Son of Love's poem to Everlasting Sweet Pea. Everlasting Sweet Pea joined in. They both say the rest of the poem together. I loved with 1,000 lit candles. Still wandering earth for a passionate true love. Each raindrop is a heart that lived on earth. Love is rare. If you found true love's first kiss, never let him or her go. What a sad life without true love. Sweet Pea closed her eyes in that moment. Everlasting Sweet Pea forgives all ex-lovers and forgives herself. She had suffered so many years. Everlasting Sweet Pea closed her eyes. She withered away with her crown, and the powers of the wind took her to the realms of the universe. She became a sparkling star. She shined the brightest. She is resting peacefully in the heart of the universe. She is among many warriors, kings, and queens. She was set free. She is never to be woken ever again. Everlasting Sweet Pea will be remembered. The time of her death was recorded in the system. The protectors had known she would wither away. However, they can't control creatures, humans, or aliens. At the end, we learn, grow, and become who we are from past lessons. It either makes you strong or it destroys you. Luna finished Everlasting Sweet Pea's files, and she realizes that there are evil in the world but seek the good, who fight for freedom, who love, who are strong, who are helpers to many. Those keep the evil at bay. Let love change you. May your heart feel peace among the stars. Hope you watch for us. We now know your battle scars, your brokenness was you then, but now you have been set free. You're feared but adored. All your tears saved in a tear bottle. We keep in remembrance of you, friend. Let love change you. May your heart feel peace among the stars. Hope you watch for us. We now know your battle scars, your brokenness was you then, but now you have been set free. You're feared but adored. All your tears saved in a tear bottle. We keep in remembrance of you, friend. Luna closed her journal. She blew the candle light out. Stars sparkled bright that night. The whispers of the universe kept whispering in the night. Realms of the sky and ocean, there is a realm that controls certain parts of the world. The realms are built throughout the planets. The Sky Kingdom rules only in the sky. A princess, she has green wavy hair. A silver crown that has metal flowers on her crown, green eyes, and a green snowflake that hangs on her forehead. It lights up green, her name Alina. She loves animals, she feeds the owls that travel by sky. A furry lion. It is white with green spiral markings on his furry body, emerald. Green diamonds, its mane is pure gold. Then talking to the bobcats with big ears, they have big horns, his furry coat on his body is gold and white. They have big wings similar to dragons, but smaller for their bodies. Their claws are sharp. They have been known to protect a princess when there is danger nearby. Then she talks to the animals, containing spending time with them. A lizard, rebellious and grumpy, sits on a branch with his little lizard babies. They have an umbrella that blows out from their necks. A protector of the forest greets Princess Alina. A protector is a pink dragon. Her body is filled with scales. And her feathers on top of her head. She has pink dragon wings. She has beautiful pink face. Her whole body is pink. Her eyes are blue. The princess brings food for her too, a lizard dinosaur, taking drink of water with a glass see-through. Inside, it has a pink blossom tree with its baby lizard dinosaurs. She carries them with her everywhere. There are small, tiny lizards that are like big dragons. The little lizards are genus Dracos, and the Princess Alina loves them. As they climb up her arms and she plays with them. She feeds them too. Peacocks with blue and green feathers, deep colors, flowy feathers that wrap around them, beautiful feathers. There are floating islands that are close to one another. There are bridges that can be led throughout the floating islands. City in the sky on earth is temples that are ancient. There are no village people that live like back then. green pastures and green valleys. And green mountains roam with tree ants. So much has changed waterfalls that turn through streams. Big stones around below the waterfall are spread with green moss. Tree logs that have fallen many years ago, covered with more green moss. Leading to the ocean or lakes that shine like diamonds dancing on the surface of the lake. The lake's next to a white city building with blue windows. There are many who explore places like this. Rarely few who know about the kingdom in the sky. The ocean has a secret realm, the Sky Kingdom. The Sky Kingdom has many river pools that overlap one another. As the water falls into the river pools, it falls to the lake on the island below castle on a floating island. Floating islands surround the castle, the City of Lights attached to the floating islands, the City of Lights trees that are tall light up like fluorescent lights. The color is all kinds of colors, the city buildings and homes to the sky aliens. And all the windows light up and shine like yellow glow, make so beautiful at night. A river flows through between the buildings and homes, little boats travel through on the river tree ents live on the floating islands. They too travel and move to different forests, whatever more comfortable or them tree ents are different from one another, some have green glow eyes. Their roots spread crooked, and all through their bodies moss grows on the roots. 2 branches grew from their heads, while other tree ents are small. And some are large, some have pink blossoms, or different flowers grow on their branches and roots that spiral around their bodies. The library in the sky filled with many balconies. Forest grew through the library, flowers filled along with green vines and big leaves, millions of books of so many stories, facts, and filled with life. Librarians float up and down, placing new books on the shelves. On each table there is compass and maps, a girl meditating while papers go flying inside a clear ball of a windy circle. A girl sits below, letting her power of the wind blow the papers all in a circle above her, learning knowledge and wisdom. She is chosen by the wind. A man stands behind her watching her powers flow free through the library on his black coat, has gold jewelry attached to his coat hoodie covers his eyes, he is mysterious. As he sides his coat's hoodie off, he revels that he is Sundius. He waited patiently to speak to the young girl still meditating. The young girl felt his presence. He knew that he could help her. He is on a mission to find the cyborgs that want the alien mermaids. He wants to find them as well. But those who are new with their powers must be hidden realm of the Seashell Kingdom. A seashell castle raises from the bottom of the ocean when it reaches the surface of the water. There are waterfalls that surround the Seashell Kingdom. There are lochless monsters, turtles, seahorses, whales, dolphins. Reefs of all kinds of colors, fallen ancient building fill throughout the ocean. It has become a playground to creatures and mammals. And the mermaid's long jewelry chains hang from each seashell. On the jewelry chain has seashells of all kinds. It is a beautiful sight. Pearls created by mermaids for protection for those who are chosen. Many alien mermaids live there. There are different kinds of mermaids, different sea creatures. The dragon mermaids, they look beautiful. They have wings of dragons. They can create volcano lava. The power is in other dragons on land. Some mermaids have flowy fins. As they dance in circles, their long, flowy fins float around their bodies. Mermaids that have octopus tentacles on their heads. It is a part of their bodies. They are enchanting figures of part woman, and their tails are different colors. They are many other creatures or humans. They love, fight, save others, and have families. They feel pain like the rest of us. Some of the mermans have different powers. They can turn you into a frost. You'll shrink down into a mushroom or flower. Either way, they love to explore different power sources. They also know if they came into a human's territory, they could get hurt or taken. The queen and king mermaids are tested for their serious when it comes to choosing a mate. Some have failed the test. No punishment, but they live with the failure mistakes, though all move on with their lives. There are mermaids that became aliens. They are always trying to take the crown. They start fighting against other kingdoms. They have found a few real wicked mermaid aliens. They have become human. They were chosen by the darkness. There are good sea serpents, and they are bad sea serpents. They wait in the dark to defeat the good kingdoms. Some of the mermans have written ancient writings on their backs and face. They can control powerful spaceships. The mermen can stop the engine. Sad part is that the spaceship crashes into the deep of the sea, never again to be seen. alien mermaids that have turned to seek the darkness, though the darkness was defeated. They are villains, warriors of darkness. They are feared by powerless creatures, humans, good aliens, and mermaids. Half-experiment cyborgs were once just ordinary alien mermaids. They had special powers, but they became gritty, seeker of higher power. They became hateful and now hunt other good, wonderful creatures, humans, mermaids, and destroy kingdoms. Alien mermaids. First alien mermaid has coral growing in her hair. A seashell's spirals of blue colors her body covered with green, blue, purple, and yellow scales. Her name is Eva. The second alien merman. He had a lizard's sharp dorsal, crests from head to tail, scales of red colors all over his body. His name is Zilman. First cyborg. Her name White Fang. Her hair white, red-souled eyes. Cyborg, ancient tattoos. Writings, wears a robe. The robe's hood covering her eyes. Second cyborg, a patch of moss growing out of her skull. Little trees implanted on top of the cyborg's head. Ancient writings on her face. The ancient writings glow black. Her pale skin black lipstick. Her name is Celestial. Third cyborg, across her eyes was a red mask. Her body like metal colors of red and sliver white dogwood flowers in her hair. Silver metal flowers rest on her hair. Her name is Aislinn. Power is metal. Fourth cyborg, wears a red and black robe. Her hands are metal. Cyborg hands, cold to the touch. If you ever get close enough, her nails sharp metal. They're like claws. One side of her face red, and the other side is white. Her face with ancient writings all over her face. Her name, Denikan. Powers red hot lava. The armies of all roots must help the cyborgs to find the evil alien mermaids. They are destroying kingdoms. The kingdoms that survived are after them are after the evil mermaids. A white castle with gold designs throughout the kingdom walls. The sun reflects its glorious beauty. Lotus pink flowers float throughout the kingdom. Hot air balloons fly through the kingdom. Pink blossom trees everywhere. And boats flow through the passing rivers of the kingdom. Luna sits at the edge of the stoned bridge, watching the hot air balloons fly over her. Pink flowers all over the hot air balloons. Gold circles floated throughout the kingdom. If this is a vision of a place where souls go to, Luna whispered to herself, I'm in glory. She is wearing a red dress coat, and she places her dress coat's hoodie down, revealing herself. The world will once again fight for peace that we feel right now. As the sun sets, its afternoon glorious light shines through. As she catches a lotus pink flower, she lets it go as it floated away high into the sky. She whispers to the sky in remembrance of those who have fought the battles, and they wear battle scars, those who have passed away. She meditates while sitting on the bridge. She sees a young girl in the library, a deep blue liquid like moons overlapping one another. She sees Sundius helping the young girl, letting her know of what power that she received. He is looking everywhere for others who are powerful. He wants to hide them. He wants to find the cyborgs. They are hunting down the alien mermaids. Luna opens her eyes shine the color blue with sadness. She flies through the atmosphere. Her secret quest is to make sure nothing happens to Sundius. That is her friend and lover. We have been chosen. I am a robot with powers that by the universe gives other powers, but I have to pass the powers through others. Sundius does the same. He has always taken a step back to let Luna open their powers. Luna not sure should she interfere. He is a warrior, and she mediates to see the danger that might come to him. The lotus pink flower lands on the stoned bridge where Luna once sat. Luna was gone. Zilman and Eva created a sea monster and trained it to attack many pirates' ships and many boats. They give a wicked laugh as they release the sea monsters. Their heads as a dragon, and they had created one to seek mermaids. Zilman watching the small clear globes floating around them. Inside them were little sea serpents. They will hatch soon, and then he realized the darkness of a pirate's form grew tall in front of them. They had created a new darkness to destroy the mermaids. Eva sadly wishing she could find the pearls of enchantment. She thinks she can gain more power from it. What the two evil alien mermaids didn't know was they were being watched from very high up above among the stars. Cyborgs usually don't go into the oceans. The armies can. The cyborgs watching them on screen view, and Danica arms folded. She was mad. I think if we could go underwater to find them, we'd be up against all their serpents. Danica called the armies from below, and Danica called their space protectors. They all gathered in the meditation room, the alien mermaids planning to take the princess of the Sky Kingdom Celestial walking the halls of the spacecraft. Aislinn by her side. I don't understand why we don't go down there and catch them. Maybe we can warn the Mermaid Kingdom. The mermaids could become less of the Mermaid Kingdom every day they go on with life not knowing. Yes, the Sea King and Sea Queen know about the sea monsters. There are worse things coming, Celestial said. Aislinn agreed. The cyborgs and others in the heart of the universe had the same vision of hunting darkness has raised again. They must have waked the darkness through something powerful, for we had Luna defeat it once. And few others, Naya and Stormi, had helped her put that darkness of a pirate body away. The pirate withered away, and his ashes put in his chest locked away. It could cut the chains, but the key was with Luna. I know she must misplace it. I'm not sure when they had woken it. Cyborg Danica eyes turned blood red. White Fang and Danica joined together. A map of the stars. We did not need to go on our own. White Fang grabs a travel's bag, put her maps and compass in the handbag. They looked at each other, disobeying the orders to stay in the heart of the universe. They're young and feared by many. They have powers. They always can smash a watermelon with their fist. They are strong. And they can defeat the dragons and darkness too. Protector watching them go into a small spacecraft. The Protector ordered few army's soldiers to see they don't die. As the spacecraft leaves its port, Danica's eyes narrow towards the planets. White Fang playing heavy metal music, White Fang's teeth sharp, as she lets out a growl. Cyborgs are not welcomed on Earth. Other planets they come and go. This magical realm of kingdoms was new. They are many cyborgs that have been created by the creators in science labs. Aislinn and Celestial checking the view screen to keep an eye on the two cyborgs. We will rain on your parade, evil alien mermaids. The cyborgs are angry. For they once upon a time took care of mermaids. They are friends of the Mermaid Kingdom. They take the threat to heart. Once upon a time they were humans. Experiments to be looked at as a mistake. Their anger is a warning to the evil alien mermaids. Luna feels the two cyborgs' emotions of anger and hate. Luna knows the two cyborgs are 20 years old. Luna felt like it is none of her business. Luna will leave the mission up to the armies and cyborgs. Luna sitting in Indian style. She goes in circles slowly. Luna smiles as her playlist of music plays. Luna turns her view screen on and watches the cyborgs flying towards the new planet. Though she worries for Sundius, H's meeting today with the Princess Alina. He sits at the long table explaining what all kingdoms should prepare for. Many routes of military must prepare for a battle at sea. The Princess Alina sits on a thorn next to her father. I know we have always fought beside the good kingdoms, but we will train the new chosen ones filled with elements' powers. Me and Luna will not be beside you. There are new powerful ones than the two of us, and we have passed the torch down to the next generations. We will stand by close, but only if all fails to defeat the darkness. If I was you, I would seek peace, not more war. I've seen so many fallen, and I almost fell to the darkness. My Luna is my love, and I to the death will protect her, said Sundius. He meant business. The king not realizing who Sundius and Luna were. For the two robots have been in meditation for many suns and moons. They are weak. A dizzy spell takes over Sundius. He sits in pain. The maid took a handkerchief and wiped his face. The princess said to take him to the guest room and let him rest. Ever since woke from meditation, he is growing wit hairs, he thought to himself. Am I dying? Sundius thought to himself. Luna realizes that he might have to message Luna. He needs energy. As Sundius laid in the guest room, he falls in a deep sugar coma. Luna knows by him speaking to her within their thoughts. Luna didn't want to get involved. Luna took her spacecraft straight to the Sky Kingdom. She opens the doors to the throne room. As she bowed before the majesties, Your Majesties, I request to train your armies starting right now. The Mermaid Kingdom is clueless of the darkness. Luna's curly blue hair was long hair down to her waist. Her expression strong, and she battled many wars before. I will take Sundius' place. She wore an armor of red and silver, a silver metal hairpiece. An ancient warrior stands before the Sky Kingdom. With a warning, she begins the training outside the kingdom, not taking charge, but with a graceful understanding of the situation we will train now. I know Sundius is sick, but we all train starting today. The king and queen realized really fast who Luna was. They loved that she was quick to make decisions. As Luna trained men and women of all different powers, her voice like thunder telling those to do sidekicks and throw punches at the dummies. Running through the forest and climbing the highest trees, reaching the arrow that was placed on the tallest trees, jumping over each other, doing dragon tail throws and kicks. Use your powers to defeat the darkness. The darkness is strong. It can make you weak and you become its victim. The roots of all military men and women were well trained, and they become stronger with their powers. Practicing different elements only to those who were chosen, there are ocean powers. Fire flames power, metal powers, earth powers, and music powers. Each power chose you. Stand strong tomorrow. Remember the strength that you can only have within you. We fight at sunrise. You did good. Some of you might fall to the darkness tomorrow. Or you die trying to be a hero. You are all heroes. Eat dinner and rest. Rise tomorrow. Let the moonlight lead you home. The men and women panting for water, they departed from Luna's sight. They bowed to Luna. When they looked back up to focus on Luna, she was gone. The battle ships surround a spot out in the ocean. Zilman and Eva send forth the sea monsters. Some are sea dragons. Some of the lava soldiers dive under the ocean. They breathe underwater. They command the ocean ground to split open. And the roots of all armies began to shoot their rays of sun powers towards the darkness. Sea creatures came out of the lava, the soldiers turn into lava soldiers. Shooting towards the sea monsters, blocking the attacks from the battleship. Zilman and Eva sent forth jellyfish and stingrays. The sea creatures turn against the evil mermaids and Zilman. They swim to the top of the surface of the ocean. The jellyfish shock them, stinging them. The sea creatures were mad at the evil alien merman and mermaids. The mermaid kingdom became lava mermaids. They shoot their red volcano lava straight at the darkness, swimming half out of the water. The evil alien mermaids were sucked down into the volcano lava. Huge turtles made of lava attack the sea monsters. Although Zilman and Eva lost their army, they jump on board hissing but are powerless. The soldiers charged at them. But the pirate of darkness raised above the ships. The darkness speaks to all the pirate thought he can defeat the roots of different armies. The darkness shot his powers of lightning bolts at the ship. The military had powers of sun goddesses and powers of lightning bolts. Some soldiers were golden dragons. They had powers of gold liquid lava, the shrinking. But soldiers who have powers of metal shoot their metal arrows straight to the darkness. The ocean king, calling his power, added onto the other soldiers. Their powers became strong. More soldiers take dragon form and use their powers towards the sea creatures. The gold and red lava entered into the sea monsters, making them into asher, withered away. All the powers through the soldiers grew strong, becoming a light that flow through the darkness, trying to dodge all the powerful elements. Meanwhile on ship, Danica and White Fang jumped ship. They started running towards the evil alien mermaid Eva and merman Zilman. Danica's eyes glowed gold, and she shoot power from the sun. White Fangs shoot from her hands, a power strike of lightning. Both Eva and Zilman were defeated. They turned to ash and withered away. Danica's powers grew out of control, Danica growling. A light appeared through to Danica. Luna walks slowly towards Danica and Luna, whispering to a small butterfly. The butterfly flies right into Danica's heart. The butterfly had clammed her powers down. Powers were becoming too strong for her. Danica falls down on the ship's floor. The captain carried Danica out of sight, White Fang realizing who Luna was. White Fang bowed to the Sky King, and with strength and belief. White Fang shed a tear, for cyborgs are not known to feel love like others. White Fang, Luna's heartfelt emotions. Luna's heartfelt. Luna stands strong and ready for war. Luna jumps into the sky, once again battling the darkness. That pirate is on my last nerve. In that moment, Luna remembers Naya and Stormi and the others. Her skin glowed with ancient writings, and beautiful little gold suns and blue moons moved in circles on her skin. Luna roared like thunder, as clouds depart in paradise. Naya and Stormi come right next to Luna. As they share their powers from within, the powers of the heart of the universe share their powers too. This power is called love. It shoots from Naya, Stormi, and the protectors. It strikes the heart of the pirate. The pirate turns into gold leaves. The Gold Kingdom was right beside Luna even through this war. Luna lived many moons and suns ago, a new generation of mighty soldiers, men and women. As the sky cleared but a pink clouds and blue sky spreads above Luna and all the other warriors of this battle, the soldiers cheered, and the battle of freedom was won again. Luna is just a robot filled with powers. Luna has learned to love, grow, fight, and became a mighty warrior in the test of times. A thought of sadness filled her heart. As Naya, Stormi, and fade away, their friendship and love carry on with Luna's heart forever. Luna and Sundius spending the day together. Sundius had become ill. Luna notices whenever the darkness is close. Sundius fears it. The nurse had given him the best medicine. Sundius and Luna hold a blue moon, pink blossom tree on both sides of them, a white and gold designed castle. They had let the moon free. Sundius had created for Luna. They sat on a stone bridge at the edge of the bridge. Watching the sunset go down in the city, the river flowed below them, gold dancing on the surface of the water. Boats going by slowly. They shared a sunlit kiss, and holding one another tight, they both said at the same time, "I love you. May the moonlight lead us home." The end, written by Katrina Galloway. Let the moonlight lead you home. Got locked out of my old account Ashokapadam. Hope you enjoy reading my stories on Wattpad. On new account on Wattpad Lady C.pinkblossomlover. Join me. Still on Kit. I'll tell a little bit about myself. Hi everyone, I'm Katrina. How's everyone's day going? I have dreams in this life still. I like live in a cottage, on a lake, and raise my children there swimming in lakes, rivers, and pools. I dream of visiting faraway places, if I could become an astronaut. So I could see all planets. Love flowers. I'll wear flowers in my hair. I'm just underdog. I have a little confidence to take photos these days. Years are flying by. I want help Mother Nature. By owning a bug farm. Love lady bugs and fireflies. Butterflies, favorite flower drumroll magnolias. I climb those trees. Goals for this year, be a better person. Spend as much time with my family. Love like crazy. Come out of my shell. Pray like King David. Thank you all for letting me babble on. You all have a good night. Let the moonlight lead you home. I have an old lover of mine, and can't tell you his name. We danced under the moonlight. He put a mood ring on my finger, was almost my first kiss. I'm an old woman now, still today I look for him. Went to school together, over time we lost touch with each other. I'm a sucker for romance, read lots of books about space. I find myself in love with authors' poetry or dance of romantic words that twist off of pages that burn deep within my soul's universe. And now I can create my own pain, tragedy, and deep thoughts written from my experiences, and my own poems. I find myself in love with authors' poetry or dance of romantic words that twist off of pages that burn deep within my soul's universe. And now I can create my own pain, tragedy, and deep thoughts written from my experiences, and my own poems. I sit on rooftops and watch the sun go down. Years ago, love magnolia's favorite flower. Used to climb magnolia trees. I swim in lakes and play in creeks. Love flowers, music, food. Wants to live by the ocean and in a cottage with a garden. Become an author, scientist, learn about space. To know God like King David and pray for sunshine and rain. To love my family and be there for them, show love, try to come out of my shell and love God with all my heart. On Kit Lady C. Pink Blossom Lover. Thank you for letting me babble on. Let the moonlight lead you home.